Yo, I say yo, let's get it. Smash the like button as you come in the building. Punch the like button as you come in the building. Let everybody know that Knockout Boxing 86 TV is live. Round 2 in the quarterfinals this week, man. Let's see who gonna get to the bag, man. I'm jumping straight in, going straight to the roll call and getting straight to it. Happy Memorial Day to everybody, man. Headbutt the like button. Karate kick the like button. Punch the like button. I don't know. Just run them likes up, man. All my debaters, I got one of my brothers in the backstage right now. We running a little late, so I need everybody to get up here, bro. If you judging, get on up here. If you supposed to be competing in the debate, get on up here. Let's get straight to the action, man. There go KingG. KingG, go ahead and hit that link, bro. Let's get it. I sent it to your email. Let me know if you need it in the chat, bro. Your opponent is already backstage. Right side, BFTB. Let's go, bro. BF might still be live trying to cook somebody, man. I might have to call BF, man. I got you, KingG. No problem. This link only for KingG. All right, man, look. Let me get my brother G5 Gay, man. Let me go to my DJ G5 Gay. There you go. Right there. Drop that beat on their head, man.
KO debate here. We lit tonight. Y'all come through, man. Y'all know how we gonna show up and show out. See y'all all in the building.
Yo, what's good with y'all, man? Real quick, let me do a roll call. Everybody that's supposed to be here backstage is back here backstage, and we're gonna get the first debate started and go ahead and get this shit cracking. First, let me do a shout out to Willie Williams, D Free in the building, Byron Bradley, I Karma, Anthony Chulo, my bro Jay Chestnut, who'll be competing later on, and so will D Free, who'll be competing later on in round 2. William Old School, G Parker in the building, Thrill Hill, not me. What's good with you, bro? Who else? We got my beautiful wife, Miss KO. What's up? Bug gonna stop Spence in the building. Link, bro. Spence fans been ducking all my bets. We in the middle of a debate tournament this week and next week, but I can't wait to open up the panel and talk this Bud and Spence shit, man. So, come back when we able to do that. But right now, we got to let these brothers try to get to this $850. We got Best Dad Ever in the building, Big Block in the building, Andrew Gray, Brian King, B. Falcone. What's up with it? Cassandra, what's good? Keith Johnson, I see you. Bruce Gas, Boxing Jazz, and more. KingG, the boxologist, he in the building, and he backstage waiting to cook. Kawhi Elliott in the building. Who else? We got Robert Pitts. I see you. Gertz in the building. Light Skin Business in the building. Who else? We got Kurt Douglas. I see you, bro. Shout out OG Eric in St. Louis. What's good? Starvinsky Miley. What's cracking? The Red, Sleepless JR. Black Preacher Man. What's cracking with you? And salute to everybody else. Todd Swindle. I see you again. What up? Jerome King. What's up with you? All right, bro. So before I let everybody up here, just real quick, because we're going to get straight to it, right? 5-minute rounds, 2-minute rebuttals. I'm going to be the moderator. I got Right Side here to judge. I got G5 to judge. I'm going to judge. And then BFTB will be here in a minute. He going to be a judge as well. And we trying to get to the bag. This is round 2 of the TKO World Series, the debates tournament. The first matchup that we got on the docket, if y'all look at the schedule, we got Loyal to the Game Boxing Talk, my brother Kwame, going against my brother KingG, the boxologist. Jamal Charlo versus Demetrius Andrade. Kwame Andrade. KingG got Charlo. Let me get my coin flip thing going right here. Make sure that's pulled up and ready to go. Let me get everybody up in this thing. We got Kwame right there. We got KingG right there. We got Right Side right there. And we got G5 right there. Let me take this down because sometimes it fucks up the service for some reason. Let me get that off of there. Bam, throw this up there. All right, man. Let me first go to Kwame. Kwame, what type of performance are we putting on? Nah, KingG, that's for semifinals, bro. Look at the email. Semifinals and finals around 10-minute rounds, bro. It's 5 minutes all the way through the quarterfinals. Let me go to Kwame. Kwame, what type of performance you putting on tonight, man? What we doing?
Hey man, we trying to get this win, man. We coming in here strong, aggressive, and ready for whatever he brings.
All right, KingG, man, what type of performance you putting on? You was the only one to get a stoppage in round 1. What you doing in round 2, man?
You come with that ether, man.
Oh man, that's how you feel.
I love the energy, man. Let me go to Right Side. Right Side, we all know the criteria is judges. We going off facts. We're going off your delivery and the strength of your rebuttal. But Right Side, how can they get your vote tonight, man? What we doing?
Hey man, you just heard it. Y'all done heard me judge. I done judged both of y'all. Well, actually, I haven't. I ain't gonna hold y'all. I ain't judged neither one of y'all shit because Frank D, he ran off, and I think this Kwame first battle. But man, y'all know what it is, man. Come with the facts, present a good case, man, and be convincing in your arguments, man. And it is what it is.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. G5, how they get your vote tonight, man?
Man, same rules every time. I'm very consistent. Answer the question. Stay on topic. If you got to tie in some extra facts that correlate, make sure you bring it all together, put a bow on it, land the plane. And go out here and have fun. It's for some money, but have fun. Talk y'all shit and put on y'all best performance, man. As simple as that, man. Have fun doing it, but rock this shit out. Real talk. Y'all can be cool later. Let's get it.
All right, let me go to the coin flip real quick. 1 second. I'm typing up this first question. All right, there we go. All right, boom. Let me say that. All right, let me go to the coin flip. Who is going to call it in the air, and what do y'all got?
I'll call.
Tails.
You got tails. All right. Let me share the screen. Boom.
Put your picks in the chat.
Can y'all see the coin?
Yes, sir.
All right, and you got tails, KingG.
Yeah.
All right, KingG got tails. I'm flipping it right now. It landed on heads. Kwame, who you want to go first?
He can go first.
All right, bet. So we got
Hey, man, I don't trust these dudes. I don't want another person to run, man. You might need to go first, man. Last dude I made me go first, he ran, man.
Hey, I can guarantee you this. Kwame ain't gonna go nowhere.
It sound good.
I can guarantee you that Kwame ain't going nowhere, bro. Win, lose, or draw. All right, so Jamal Charlo, Demetrius Andrade, Kwame's rocking with Andrade. KingG got Charlo. Here's the first question for y'all. KingG, you're gonna have 5 minutes. Let me get my timer up real quick so I can be ready once you start talking. Timer. All right, boom. There we go. We got to set the 5 minutes. So, first question. Based on what they've done inside the ring and outside the ring, who has been the bigger disappointment at this point in their career? KingG, you are going to tell us why Andrade is the bigger disappointment, and Kwame, you're going to try to argue to us why Charlo is the bigger disappointment. KingG, you got 5 minutes to tell us why it is Demetrius Andrade who has been the bigger disappointment between these two fighters. You got 5 minutes. Timer starts when you start talking.
All right, man. So listen up, man. Shout out to the Texas boys, first of all, man. Let's get the particulars out the way, man. Charlo 32-0. Your boy Andrade 32-0. Charlo clearly got more knockouts, 22 to Andrade's 19. The amateur, he's 65-6. Andrade was 60-12, competed in the Olympics and didn't make the cut, bro. So that's the first, you know what I'm saying, let down right there for America. He let you down right out the gate, man. Second of all, man, the dude been in the game for like 14, 15 years, dog. The student, he ain't got no championship fighters fought, period. That's it. The last championship fighter he fought was in the amateurs, G. You know what I'm saying? When you look at Charlo got 3 championship fighters. Charlo came up the right way, bro. Charlo went in there with K9 Bunderich, bro. A 2-time champion, won a belt from an actual champion, bro. He ain't never won no belts from nobody, bro. When he and then he get in the ring, he's sloppy as hell the way he fight. He got a sloppy style. He's a horrible closer. Nobody wants to hurry up and get home to watch the boy fight. You know what I'm saying? He's a letdown. He talked about he elite fighter. He got his ass dropped by Monterosian. He got his ass dropped by Fox. And he really got his ass dropped by Nicholson, man, but they didn't count it. You know what I'm saying? When you look at his resume, bro, the boy won a split decision against Jack Colcay. You know what I'm saying? That means somebody thought he lost, man. Charlo ain't never won no split decision. Everybody he's knocking out or clearly beating. Unanimous decision, man. You know what I'm saying? This dude constantly taking layoffs, bro. He took a layoff in June of 14 to October of 15. He took a layoff in over a year. October 17 to 18 to October of 18. Another year layoff. This dude ain't even committed to the sport, bro. In January 20 to 09 to 21, he took a layoff. Man, he just took another year off from November 21 to January 23, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like this dude, bro, he's a clown, bro. He's trash. You know what I'm saying? We need to get him out of here. He always ducking fights, man. He ducked Charlo. He ducking he ducked Dusty Harrison. He ducked Darenchenko. He ducked Johnny Beck. And then pull out and he ducked Parker, man. This dude, he's a disappointment, bro. He still ain't got a title fight. We still waiting. Charlo on his 4th, the next fight, championship fighter he fight is going to be his 4th champion, bro. The 4th one. We still waiting on Andrade, bro. We still waiting on this big name fight. Every time, the whole world know, every time they see him, hey, when you gonna get your shot, man? When you think you're gonna get your shot, man? You know what I'm saying? Then you look at Charlo, bro. Charlo, your modern day hitman, bro. You know what I'm saying? He the modern day Hitman Hearns. He's the terrible Terry Noyes. He's the Mel Griffin. He's the Julian Jackson. He's the one, if you saying pay-per-view, he's going to buy it. You know what I'm saying? He's the Tiger Flowers, the Spider Web, man. The Tiger Flowers, bro. Y'all probably don't know who none of them is, bro. But he the one you want to go see, bro. You want to go watch pay-per-view when Charlo is on there. If Charlo and anybody you name, you get excited about when they talking about Charlo fighting the dude. Anybody you name, when Demetrius Andrade is about to fight him, like, damn, he's fighting another bum. Damn, he's fighting another guy that ain't done shit, bro. All these dudes, they don't even age. The wins don't even age well, bro. When you look at Nicholson always was getting his ass whooped by Berlanga and Jesse Hart and Steve Rhodes, bro. You know what I'm saying? When you look at these fighters, Brian Rose, he ain't done shit. Brian Rose just got his ass whooped by Sergio Martinez, bro. Just now, he 120. Bro, he's trash, bro. His resume is trash. I don't even want to get into his resume, bro. You know what I'm saying? Y'all ain't gonna like me. Andrade fan, I know y'all hate me now, but it is what it is, man. You know what I'm saying? The dudes he fight, they get their ass whooped after they fight. Even if they undefeated. Cotton Dockwell was undefeated, bro, when he fought him. His next fight, he get his ass whooped, bro, and he retired after that fight, bro. You know what I'm saying? The Atlantes Fox, he come in undefeated like he about to do something. He lose to Andrade. He getting stopped by everybody. He getting stopped by Liam Williams. He getting stopped by your boy Morrell. You know what I'm saying? Man, bro, the dude shit is trash, bro. You know what I'm saying? I know some people, hey, look, I think he got skills too, man. But if they ain't against nobody worth the damn, hey, look, he a modern day Charlie Burley. That's what he is, man. Unfortunately, man. If somebody gonna be the modern day Sugar Ray Robinson between the two, I got my money on Charlo, man. Who you betting on? You know what I'm saying? Who's the most popular fighter to y'all? We gonna keep it a buck, man. Who's the bigger draw? Who you want to see make it to the top? Especially if you from Texas, man. Y'all better stand up out here, bro. Stop playing with me, man. How much time I got, man? I can keep cooking.
30
man.
seconds. 30
How
seconds.
long?
30 seconds.
30 seconds, bro. My dude, Charlo ain't never been dropped yet. Still. Yeah, he been in tough fights, man. But we waiting somebody to stop him, bro. Charlo's a beast. He a dog in that ring, bro. He going there. Forget about the 2-year layoff, Charlo. That's what you're going to try to talk about. Let's go about when he in the ring, when he in the moment. And you better realize, man, he's still training behind the scenes, man. Don't get it twisted, bro. That's who you want to see fight. The twins, he making history. He just made history with his brother.
KingG, that's
Don't
time.
Charlo make history.
Bro.
I mean, Andrade.
That's time, KingG. That's time, bro. All right, Kwame, you got 5 minutes. Same question to you. Based on inside and outside the ring, who has been the bigger disappointment? Explain to us why Charlo's been the bigger disappointment. 5 minutes ago, we start talking.
Man, this easy because you know what's interesting about this question. This question is about who's been a bigger disappointment inside and outside the ring, and I'm gonna tackle both sides of that. First thing, the brother started off about Andrade letting people down straight out the gate in the Olympics. Well, he made the Olympics. That's telling me that Charlo let people down before even making the Olympics. He wasn't even good enough to make the Olympics. Number one. Then the brother came over here talking about all this stuff about modern day this and that, and he's big time and pay-per-view. Last time I checked, they marketed him and his brother as twins. They put them on Showtime as pay-per-view, and that shit flopped. It flopped. They had a big budget from Fox. It flopped. Showtime flop. Big flop. They don't even put the niggas on pay-per-view. And let's touch a point that this brother didn't even talk about outside the ring because he really ain't got much to talk about. Well, I'm from Brooklyn. I remember when Charlo was saying that Danny Jacobs was a road runner and he was ducking. And when Danny Jacobs ran down on him in the Barclays Center, we saw a lot of fear in his eyes. We saw a lot of stuttering going on, right? We saw that, right? Talk about disappointment. He didn't say, let's make it happen. That nigga was looking for his little brother Mel, because Mel is the one with the heart. You know what I'm saying? Mel's the one who improved as a fighter. You talking about disappointment? This dude he ain't even got better as a fighter. He's still trying to throw the same bullshit ass uppercut that that knocked out J-Rock in all his fights, and everyone caught on to it. But outside the ring, are we serious? This nigga ain't even inside the ring. He got, you know what a professional is? I'm gonna tell you what a professional is. A professional is a person who gets paid for their profession, and on top of it can focus on what they need to do as their profession, what they're getting paid for, regardless of what's going on outside of the ring for them. This nigga ain't been in the ring because he can't handle his outside of the ring business and his mental to even get in the ring and give us a fight. You know what I'm saying? All these millions of dollars he got that he could be making in these fights. I mean, because quiet as kept, Al Heyman was building this guy. Santana, that's who he beat. The last dude he beat, he got his ass whooped in Houston with that Mexican dude he fought in Houston. Montel, I think his name was. His eye was leaking. Everyone was booing. People didn't even think this nigga even won that fight, and he's at home. People didn't even think this nigga won the fight. So we taking a look at Jamal Charlo, the nigga who called out Benavidez, and then in front of the fans, he went and told the nigga he needed to be vaccinated to fight him. Like, what are we talking about? Cap Nation with this nigga Charlo talking about disappointment. He could have been trying to do his thing. I don't understand what you're talking about when it comes to, oh, he gonna be haggling this, that, and the other. No, those are greats. Maybe you got the Charlos mixed up. It's his brother who got all the belts. It's his brother who's knocking out all the champions. It's his brother who's knocking out A-class fighters. What A-class fighters is this dude stopping? J-Rock, okay, we'll give him J-Rock, even though he was like twice J-Rock's size and he was moving up, but J-Rock called for the smoke and he handled it. But you know what? After that, it's been subpar opposition. After subpar opposition, you want props for Derevchenko? The nigga was 13-2 when they fought. That's not that to you. That's an A+ fighter. To you, Brandon Adams, he's a modern day Terry Norris because he went the distance with a nigga who was 5'3" and Brandon Adams, but he went the distance with him. Matter of fact, when his brother lost to Tony Harrison in the first fight, everyone was stating that he the one who really lost to Kurbov. And this nigga, we should have known that nigga was a bitch right there. He saw his brother lost and he came out like a little bitch. He came out like a little bitch and what couldn't even fight and be focused. Crying, oh, my brother, he lost. And you talk about a professional? That's not a professional. That's not a professional. His younger brother is really the big brother in this case. Because when we look at their careers, and you talk about who's the biggest letdown, when it all first started, everyone was saying that Big Charlo was the best one. Now that the smoke has cleared, and we see Jamal Charlo bitch up all the time, we see Jamal Charlo ask for all the smoke and knock out all the champions he fought. You tell me who's a bigger disappointment. Because I don't see no type of...
That's time, Kwame. That's time, bro. That's time. All right, KingG, you heard what Kwame had to say. You got 2 minutes for your rebuttal. Timer starts ticking as soon as you start talking. It's on you, KingG.
First of all, I want to bring out some points you just said, bro. You said Andrade made the Olympics, Charlo didn't. First of all, I told you earlier that Andrade had an amateur record of 60-12, and Charlo had one of 65-6. It wasn't that he couldn't make the Olympics; it was that he injured his foot and he didn't make the Olympics. Not because he wasn't good enough to make the Olympics. So let's get that shit clear right out the gate. You know what I'm saying? Earl Manigault didn't make the NBA, but at least Charlo made the professionals. You know what I'm saying? You talking about Charlo pay-per-view fight? Man, when the hell has Andrade ever been on a pay-per-view? Ever? He ain't never been on a pay-per-view to even have one to flop. So kill that argument. You saying Charlo Daniel Jacobs, bro, they on the same team. Daniel Jacobs ain't never came out and said, I sent the contract, he turned it down. Daniel Jacobs ain't never said that. You know what I'm saying? You talking about all he got is the uppercut, bro. The uppercut is effective, bro. So he used it because it knocked niggas out. You know what I'm saying? Outside the ring problems, bro. If you ain't got no wife or personal stuff like that, you ain't no woman, I ain't gonna expect you to understand what you're going through outside the ring. But at least you smart enough not to get in the ring if you know you're not ready. And he was already training for a fight last year with Saluki. You know what I'm saying? He had a tough fight with Montiel, but I saw a unanimous decision in a good matchup. You know what I'm saying? You talking about he really lost to Korobov, bro. He was almost stopped Korobov in the last round. You know, he the biggest letdown of the brothers. But what you fail to mention is Jamal let us down way before you can even say Jamal let us down. Jamal lost to Tony Harrison. Shitty ass Tony Harrison, bro. Cut it out, dog. You know what I'm saying? Tony Harrison was getting his ass whooped by fucking Andrade opponents, bro. That's not a good look, bro. You better come with something better than that, dog. Even if you want to say he the biggest letdowns out the brothers, guess what? He ain't the biggest letdown with him and Andrade. You better believe that one. Because inside the ring, outside the ring, Andrade business is horrible. Horrible. He even told him when he asked to fight him, hey, bro, hey, soon, bro, just get your business together. That's what he told you. Andrade to get into a fight, he'll drop his belt, go to another weight class, and then
That's
fight
time,
a guy.
That's time, KingG. That's time. Kwame, you got 2 minutes, bro. You got 2 minutes. You heard what KingG said. You got 2 minutes to rebuttal them. Timer starts when you start talking.
Yeah, so first thing you talking about, whatever you saying about dude breaking his foot, not making the Olympics, the nigga that made the Olympics. So let's just dead that. What it's not about what coulda and shoulda, it's about what actually happened. So let's just go ahead and dead that argument. When we take a look at Jamal Charlo, how can he not be a huge letdown when he gets in front of the camera, tells the fans what they want to hear, and then when the fighters that he calls out ask him to fight, he makes an excuse in front of everyone's face. He did it with David. He did it with David Benavidez, right to our face. Nigga told us he needed to get a vaccination shot. I'm trying to figure out what part of the game. What part of the game is that? If we just talk about business and people business being fucked up, you know what I'm saying? Well, we do know that Andrade has some issues in his business, but look at Charlo. He had the red carpet rolled out for him, and you talking about if a person don't have a wife or whatever, they don't understand. I've been married 7 years. You know what? If I have an argument with my wife, if I separate with my wife, I still got to get up and go to work and make the money to pay the bills. I still got to do that. So that goes to show you how fucking mentally weak he is. Point blank. Period. He had the red carpet laid out for him by the top boxing organization that's out there to line you up for pay-per-view, to market you correctly. He's been marketed correctly. And what he does is he folds because he having problems at home. Come on, bro. That's weak. He's supposed to be a fighter. Ain't the biggest thing about a fighter is how strong their mentality is? Because when we take no matter what you say, if you a person who watch boxing, if you take a look at Charlo's skills and you take a look at Andrade's skills, Andrade's the way more skilled fighter than them. So when it comes down to it, being tough in the ring, it comes down to mentality. This nigga's folded over I don't even want to call his woman that, but over a woman.
That's time, Kwame. Kwame, that's time. That's time, bro. Look, man, real quick, before I go to the judges, y'all gotta run these likes up for this goddamn debate. This what the fuck I'm talking about. This is what we started this shit for. This shit fire, bro. We got 81 likes. I got 125 people in the building. I need at least 100 likes to continue this shit. Before I go to the judges, please run the likes up to 100, bro. We gotta get them at least up to 100, and then we can get this shit popping because they going off in this motherfucker. I'm up to 91. I need 9 more likes, bro. We got 124 people in the building. I need 4 more likes. I got 96. Can 4 more people that maybe forgot, please hit the like button. I knew y'all fuck with me, bro. That's why we up over 100. All right, right side. Great first round from both of them. Who you giving the first round to and why, man?
God, man. Hey, first off, shout out to both of y'all, brother. This is what I'm talking about. Both of y'all came with it. It was a tough ass round. You know what I'm saying? It was interesting. KingG started off. He went to the failure at the Olympics for Andrade, however you say the brother last name, Boo Boo. That's what I'm gonna call him. He talked about not having champs on the resume. While Charlo got 3, talked about him being a horrible closer and a sloppy fighter. Spoke on the split decision to a quote unquote nobody, the consistent layoffs, ducking fights. You know what I'm saying? And then he said, hey, he got skills, but we ain't never seen him fight no damn body, so we really don't know what his damn skills are. I thought it was beautiful. The first round, then Kwame came back with he rebutted the Olympic point by saying Charlo didn't even make the damn Olympics. He broke down the pay-per-view flop. He brought up how how Danny Jacobs ducked Andrade but ran down on Charlo, the Montiel fight, man. He brought out him calling out Benavidez, then started talking crazy, talking about vaccinations and all type of shit. Man, I thought it was I thought it was very close going into the rebuttal round. I gave the round to KingG. I thought he had a stronger rebuttal round than Kwame. He came out and he rebutted Kwame's Olympic point by speaking on the foot. How he had an injured foot. He also spoke on how Andrade had never been on a pay-per-view. Spoke on how Danny Jacobs never sent the contract and how Mel was letting us down before Maul was. And then Kwame, he did bring up how the foot, it didn't matter. He didn't make the Olympics, and that he broke down the entire mental weakness of Maul. But overall, man, I had to give that first round to KingG. Very close round, though. Very close round.
Already. All right, G5. Who we giving the round to, bro? Who you got winning that first round?
Okay, I'm a slightly edge KingG. Like, man, shout out to Kwame, shout out to KingG, man. If y'all were looking how to come out in a debate, man, this how you come out cooking with kerosene, bro. Salute to both of y'all, man. Y'all make this shit hard. I ain't even gonna cap to y'all. I had to light my blunt up. You know what I'm saying? Real shit. Now, I say this. Now, to the point on the mental weakness. Now, that's kind of opinionated to me because everybody's gonna handle situations different. Like people can go through a divorce or a breakup or a split, and you know what I'm saying, be just fine. But he had a lot of other extra chaos and friction in his shit. You know what I'm saying? That can mess with your mental. So would you rather a fighter just keep going in and fighting, even though their mental not all the way there and not gonna be at their best, or would you rather them be honest and tell you the truth and have to take time off? I'm more sticking with the latter half. Now I'd rather have a pay-per-view flop than me never even being on one. You know what I'm saying? Andre did pull out the week of the fight, well, when it came to Charlo now. I like the way KingG did say, he explained why he didn't make the Olympics. Then again, Kwame came back and rebutted that. Man, but overall, it was a close round. It was tight, but I got to edge KingG out on this one.
Gotcha. So for me, bro, I thought delivery and rebuttals, I thought they were even. I thought both of y'all kind of canceled each other out because both of y'all delivery was fucking on point. Both of y'all had my attention from the moment y'all got shit cracking. The rebuttals, I thought Kwame came heavy at KingG with his rebuttal about the Olympics. I thought KingG came back just as heavy. I thought the rebuttals were even. But to me, bro, the key pointing around, the key thing that got me agreeing with Doug Rightside and G5 and edging around the KingG as well is the point about the champions that Charlo fought, and the point about he actually brought up guys that Charlo fought who he took the belt from. Kwame attacked the shit out of everything that KingG said, but I don't remember hearing him talk about who Andrade won the belt from. So to me, in a close ass round where it's nip tuck and they both going off and delivering and the rebuttals is fire and they going at each other, you can tell you got two debaters that's listening to everything that the other one's saying and trying to come back with shit. I just thought that Kwame just didn't have a comeback for those points that KingG was making about what they actually did inside the ring. I thought Kwame did a great job bringing up outside the ring because I felt like he probably won't tell y'all, but he probably did kind of feel like inside the ring I ain't got much place to go, and I think that kind of hurt his round in the opening statement a little bit. He didn't really have as much meat on the bone to give us about who Andrade fought, who did he win this belt from at 154, who did he win that belt from at 160, how did he beat this guy. KingG gave me that, and so I also edged around the KingG. But fire around, if this is what's left for the rest of the debate and the rest of the night, man, I'm ready to be thoroughly entertained. Let me end the poll, take that down, and then let me go to the second question. So we all know it's the worst kept secret in boxing, bro. The worst kept secret in boxing, and Kwame going first this round. Both of these fighters been they done allowed Canelo Alvarez to hold up their fucking careers like no other. That's not even a debate. So our next question is this: chasing Canelo, if they get him in the ring, who actually got the better chance to beat him? Okay, I need Kwame to explain to me why Andrade got the better chance to beat him, and I need my brother KingG to explain to me why it's Charlo they got the better chance to beat him. We going to Kwame first. Kwame, you got 5 minutes. Let me get the timer set. I got it ready. Timer starts as soon as you start talking. Go ahead and cook, man.
I think my first point alone should win me the round. Andrade's an active fighter. Yeah, I mean, you can't step into the ring with a pound for pound great. No matter what people feel about Canelo, Canelo's a pound for pound great. So you can't come off fighting the guys that this guy fought and have a long layoff. And as you guys said, we don't know what was going on between him and his woman. You think a guy like that's going to step in the ring with somebody like Canelo and have a chance? This guy has zero chance. He's also flat-footed fighter. We also seen a guy who had way less counter punching ability than Canelo Alvarez give him all he can handle in his last fight in Montel, whatever his last name was. Most people, after watching that fight, stated that there's no way that Charlo could beat Canelo and was picking Canelo to beat Charlo. We know another thing. When we watch Canelo Alvarez, he's always had a problem with uh, black, athletic, slick boxers. Andrade's a very awkward boxer. Number one, he's a southpaw. Number two, he has great foot movement in and out. He's not as flat footed as Jamel Charlo. Punches are gonna be coming from way different angles. But most of all, as as much as people have stated, you know, the level of competition Boo Boo has fought or hasn't fought, he's actively still fighting. Let's not forget that Andrade was up to fight the same guy that Canelo fought, and Billy Joe Saunders. And Billy Joe Saunders found it amongst himself that he needed to take PEDs to fight this guy. You know, so we can't blame a lot of stuff on that guy. But one thing that we do know is that when it came time to speak up to the zone about fighting Canelo Alvarez, Andrade always did that. He always he bum rushed both of these guys' press conferences. So we're not going to act like he didn't want the smoke. He just couldn't get the smoke because there's a lot of politics in boxing. You know, as we've seen in the past, the zone or Matchroom sign fighters just to sideline them to promote other fighters. Example, King Kong Ortiz, they did the same thing to him. You know, it's a lot of politics in boxing, but we'll get away from that. The style for Canelo, we've seen the styles that have given Canelo issues. Even Austin Trout, another southpaw, another black, rangy, awkward fighter, another guy who throws a lot of jabs, has a good jab. Andrade has the same stuff, same stuff, but he's a lot better. He's a lot better than Austin Trout if we want to be honest. And naturally, and to me, naturally a bigger guy. He's moved up to 168, where Trout has moved back down to 147. So if we're going to take a look and analyze this fight, we got to go by what we've seen in the past and what has given Canelo problems. Canelo has never had a problem with somebody who stays in front of him. He's never had a problem with that at all. So when I take a look at matchups and looking at film and understanding the facts of the proof being in the pudding of what has given Canelo problems, it's Andrade all day. Andrade's style compared to Charlo's style. I mean, Charlo hasn't even gotten he hasn't gotten better under Ronnie Shields, and he's also been inactive. So we know he's definitely hasn't learned anything new and gotten better. I'd be shocked if Charlo make it out of the 7th round if he fight Canelo Alvarez. I give my time up after that.
All right, King G, let me set the timer for you, bro. You got 5 minutes. Tell us why Charlo has the better chance to beat Canelo Alvarez if they fight. 5 minutes is on the timer. It starts as soon as you start talking.
The debate is really over with this quote. Payday, you want payday. You know that. You never get to fight, man. So who has a better chance to beat Canelo? Obviously, we got to say Charlo, because according to Canelo, Andrade, you ain't going to never fucking fight him, period. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, because he don't like him for whatever his personal reason is. You know, he just want a payday, just like all the up-and-coming contenders in the world that really ain't beat nobody, bro. When you look at Charlo, man, first of all, you saying Andrade's an active fighter, bro. I just pointed out 5 different yearly layoff periods that he took being inactive. You talking about the Montiel point, bro. Nobody thought Montiel won that fight, bro. Not including the judges. Nobody said it was a robbery. People thought an example of what people think the other person win is Lomachenko and Devin Haney, bro. You talking about he throw punches at different angles, my dude. Charlo throws his jab knocks you down, bro. His jab knocks down champions. That's another point I need to make, because this is another reason why he got a better chance of beating Canelo. First of all, we seen Canelo get rocked by Cotto's brother. You know what I'm saying? And who Cotto's brother fight more like, Andrade or Charlo? Charlo. When you look at Andrade wasn't even ready for Triple G. So you tell him he ready for Canelo, he ain't ready for Triple G. Everybody think he gonna knock him out. That's why ain't nobody taking him serious. You know what I'm saying? When you look at K9 Bunneridge, first of all, Charlo got a better chance of beating him because he's already beaten championship level opponents that are champions when he's fighting them under the bright lights. Tell me when Andrade has done that. Listen to me, bro. You know what I'm saying? K9 Bunneridge beat good fighters, bro. He beat undisputed fighters. I bet you don't know who they are. I might tell you the next round, maybe. He beat Austin Trout. Austin Trout beat Cotto, bro. A legend, a Hall of Famer, as a champion. Cotto was a champion. Austin Trout was undefeated. And Charlo went in there and watched him. Bro, he beat J. Rock Williams, undefeated in his prime. Everybody was looking for that. Who's Andrade fought like that? You telling me he's ready to go in there against these level caliber fighters, bro? He can beat a Canelo, bro. You know what I'm saying? And then that dude, to tell you how good that dude is, he became undisputed unified after that, bro. You know what I'm saying? Charlo is a natural athlete, bro. Andrade gasses out. So who you think gonna get finished if they gas out? Who gonna gas out first? Andrade's 36 years old, bro. We also got to take that into consideration. Charlo, he got a counter right hand that will drop you. He has an uppercut. He can pario-ish and then hit you with a mean uppercut and drop you at the elite level, bro. You know what I'm saying? He got a strong chin too. When have you seen Charlo been dropped? We seen Andrade get dropped, and if he get dropped by Canelo, he gonna get finished. But if Charlo a banger, he'll stand there and bang with you. He ain't giving up. He ain't backing down. He ain't giving no ground. That's why he got more knockouts in the first place, bro. You know what I'm saying? He's an athlete, bro. You know what I'm saying? His chin is granted. When have you seen him look like he was ready to go? Ever. I saw Andrade look like he was ready to go when he was fighting Liam Williams. You know what I'm saying? He was lucky they hit each other at the same time, bro. You know what I'm saying? He got a right uppercut that will finish you. Charlo does, bro. You know what I'm saying? You tell me a knockout puncher, yeah, doing all that punches from different angles, yeah, that shit look cute. But just like Flash, that shit don't mean shit. Let a man like Charlo come in like the Hawk and hit you. Bam! It's over with. So that's who got a better chance of beating Canelo, a person that will make him respect his power. Canelo fighting at light heavyweights, bro. Charlo, what's his name, just came up and he just got dropped by a low-level 168er. He just moved up to 168. When you seen Charlo look bigger than Bivol, if you seen that interview. So, of course, bro, he got the chance because he's younger than Andrade. He has more size, you know what I'm saying, than Andrade does against Canelo. You know what I mean? He just has all the attributes, bro. He's sparring with top competition and David Morrell in training. You know what I'm saying? And I'm sure he probably sparred with his brother, too. And I know he'll definitely spar to get ready for that fight. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, hey, he clearly got the chance to beat him, bro. I deal with that.
Already. Shout out for another great round. Let me go to Kwame. Kwame, you got 2 minutes for your rebuttal. Timer starts as soon as you start talking, bro.
Yeah, man, it's interesting, man. It's got good with sound bites. He talk about why it won't happen. Payday. I know that. And Canelo said he wouldn't fight. He wouldn't give Andrade the fight. But we also have Canelo on record telling Benavidez, saying that he won't want to fight any other Mexicans. And, we're talking about this year that this guy is getting ready to possibly close the fight in David Benavidez. So number one, that's bullshit. I mean, that your point don't even make no sense. Talk about that. Number two, it's just like you said. You opened up and you was like, oh, you know what? Is my opponent gonna either show up? Is he gonna quit or whatever? Well, we could use the same logic with Jamal Charlo. Hey, you can't fucking win if you don't even show up. This bitch ass nigga ain't even been back in the ring, and he's still wiping his tears and crying on I Am Athlete about his fucking feelings and what he's going through. You know what I'm saying? You guys said, well, you know what? If you're going through something, woman, you just don't know. This is the difference between elite fighters and bitch ass niggas. When Floyd Mayweather fought Marcos Maidana the first time, Miss Jackson had an abortion and fucking left him. The nigga still got in the ring and fought Marcos Maidana the way Marcos Maidana came at him, and he still fucking went in there and won the fight. This nigga can't even show up to class, bro. This dude, he's not even boxing. You talking about what he can do. You talking about what he did at 154 against J-Rock. I mean, this dude was leaving 154 and J-Rock called him out. He was twice J-Rock size when he fought him. And as I said before, this dude, we haven't seen any improvement, no matter what you say. We take a look at Charlo fight, Adams. This nigga threw the same bullshit ass punches he was throwing from before. Cause you know what? I had a nice talk with Derek James before, and he said, you know what the difference is between me and those other trainers and why we seen the improvement in Jamel?
That's time, Kwame. That's time, bro. That's time. All right, KingG, you wrapping up round 2. You got 2 minutes for your rebuttal. Timer starts when you start cooking, bro.
We talking about cooking, man. I'm trampling this dude, man. What are you talking about, bro? First of all, you got to look at from any perspective. You look at this fight about who got a better chance of beating Canelo. First of all, from a business standpoint, Who has a contract that Canelo has considered? Clearly Charlo with the David Benavidez deal. Y'all remember that? So first of all, he'll look that way to make the fight, bro. You have not addressed any points that I made, bro. You ain't even showed me how the hell Andrade even wins the fight. You ain't broke down none of that, bro. You ain't addressed nothing about when I told you that Andrade ain't got no damn power. You ain't addressed that point not one time. You ain't addressed how he approached the fight. You ain't addressed the age. You ain't addressed nothing, bro. Oh, you just saying a little bit. You just talking about Charlo, bro. Why has he got a better chance to beat Canelo, bro? The man ain't done. He ain't even been in the pedigree of any fighter similar to Canelo. At least Charlo has actually been in there with fighters that's been in there with Canelo. Who the hell? And we all know this, right? Austin Trout. Hello. Darren Manchenko. No, he ain't been there with Darren Manchenko. Let me clean that one back up. But Austin Trout is still a fact. Look at you. You was hoping I was messing up right there, didn't you? You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, bro, we got to look at the facts, bro. You know what I'm saying? It's not really address these points, bro. How does he beat him, bro? He's too small. What is his power going to do if he ain't there to hurt him? His legs is gone. He gasses out his fights now, bro. You know what I'm saying? Nobody is really anxious to see him fight him because nobody thinks he can beat him. That's the point. People want to see Charlo, mass majority. They want to see Charlo fight this dude because they think he can beat him. It could be an exciting fight. He's going to go blow for blow with Canelo. And he probably is the bigger man in the fight, bro. And he's younger. What are you talking about? You ain't just me talking about he's an athlete. He's an excellent finisher. When he got you hurt, he's putting you up out of there, bro. The Canelo that fought
KingG, that's time, bro. Shout out to 78 Sports TV coming through heavy in the super chat. I appreciate the support, man. And shout out and salute to the work that you do over there on your channel, man. You do a great job. You and the entire LDBC. Salute to y'all, man. But shout out to 78 Sports TV with the $100 in the super chat. It says Boxologist won just off facts. Plus, he a low-key Andrade fan arguing against him. Plus, the ninja got a cowboy hat on, ready to shoot. Easy. Again, bro. Appreciate that love in the super chat. Let me go to my judges. I'm gonna go to G5 first this time. Let me get a poll in the chat going to G5. Who you giving the round to, bro?
All right. God damn, boy. Y'all cooking, right? Y'all cooking. Now, again, I'm going with who answered the question, who presented more facts. In my opinion, KingG got this one. Now, Kwame was cooking, but it seemed like you kind of stuck on the outside of the ring part. Like, you was going right. Like, yeah, other styles, the Canelo has fought like Lara and Mayweather gave him problems, but I was looking for you to dive into that a little bit more and break down. Okay, Andrew has a style similar like that, so give me more why his style is conducive to just like them, and he can have some similar results. When it comes to like the Benavidez point, like Benavidez came for him first. Charlo responded, and that was what caused the fiasco. So that's kind of cap. Like, what I'm saying? He got called out. He answered. Now he got blew up. And Benavidez is at a bigger weight class. So I'm leaning with KingG on this one. I believe he answered the question and gave me a little bit more facts on the question that was at hand.
All right, let me go to right side. Right side, who you giving around to, man?
Yeah, man, I agree with my brother Five, man. I think KingG, he got this round. Some of the things that I was looking for, and I thought it was a pretty close going into the rebuttal round. I was looking for Kwame to speak to like when KingG brought up the point of Andrade gassing, when he brought up the point of him being 36 years old. I was looking for Kwame to address some of those points. The other thing is when my brother KingG, when he brought out how Charlo has been in the ring with more elite level guys. I thought all of those points kind of won the round for me, and so I gave it to KingG as well.
Okay. I don't really have much else to add. Again, this reminded me of what's the word, bro? It's reminding me of the debate we had last week with Boxiana and A1, where I feel like Kwame is cooking his ass off. KingG just keep edging him just ever so slightly. in every exchange that they have. So I agree with y'all, man. I had to edge this round to KingG as well, off of the strength of, again, more meat on the bone, more facts, bringing more comparisons to the table, breaking the fight down a little bit more, sticking to inside the ring and not the the personal demons and shit. Like I thought he nailed his point home just a little bit better. Where I'm feeling like I'll probably look at this round two as we get to the quarterfinals on Thursday, and I'll look back on this round two and I'll be like, damn, bro, if Kwame would have won against anybody else, he probably would have won that motherfucker. So KingG just, another good round for him. So I'm edging it to KingG as well. We go into round three, and this is my favorite question to ask debaters when they come up here. Very simple question. These two guys been sharing divisions for years now, bro. 154 together, 160 together. Odds are they gonna end up being in 168 together before they retire. So they at PBC now, both under the same promotional stable, so to speak. So I want y'all to break the fight down for me, man. Based on everything you know about these fighters, all you're studying, their resumes, their skill sets, their accomplishments, the different performances that they put on inside the ring. Based on everything that you know about them, if they lock up, who getting the W and why? We're gonna go to KingG first this time. It's on you to cook, man. You got 5 minutes. Timer starts when you start talking, bro.
Start my timer too. Listen, man. Hey, Charlo wins the fight hands down. For the number one thing you gotta look at before anything else, bro, is commonalities, bro. Where is the evidence that this guy could beat this guy? You know what I'm saying? When you go all the way back to the amateurs, bro, you know what I'm saying? When you look at Andrade's shit, bro, he's got beat by good boxers, punchers, just like Charlo. He got beat by Porter. He got beat by him, bro. You know what I'm saying? He got beat by Keith Thurman at least once. He got beat by him. They overcame him. He got beat by Laura. He overcame him, bro. And so when you look at Charlo's resume, you got to say, okay, well, the evidence for him is clearly, hey, look, he's fought young black elite boxers before. He's fought J. Rock Williams, bro, elite undefeated boxers, just like Andrade. He's fought elite boxers like Austin Trout. But another thing that we got to look at, which is very critical, is southpaws. First of all, you win the fight in the gym. Number one, you win the fight in the gym. Who does he train with in the gym? David Morrell. Some people may say he's more dangerous and more of a boogeyman than Andrade. An elite level Cuban fighter, elite opposition, championship level amateur, you know what I'm saying? Championship level fighter in the amateurs, bro. He's a southpaw. This is who he trains with, bro. He been getting ready for this dude, bro. And I'm sure he sparred with Earl Spence too, another good southpaw. You know what I'm saying? When you look at him, he fought. Look what he did with Highland. Highland was a southpaw, bro. You know what I'm saying? He destroyed that dude. You know what I mean? When you look at it, Korobov, gave him a tough fight, but then what happened? And only, you know what I'm saying? He ended up still getting a unanimous decision, almost stopped the dude, like I said before, in the last round. And he only took that fight on short notice because Monroe, another boxer like Andrade with no power, would tested positive for PEDs because he needed to cheat to put this man down. You know what I'm saying? The dude has a jab that will drop you. Do Andrade got anything like that in his arsenal, bro? He has a jab that will drop a championship level fighter, bro. He did it against K9. He did it against J-Rock, bro. What are you talking about, man? And then he got a hook. He got like a right uppercut hook, man, that'll finish you, man. You know what I'm saying? Like how he had threw it, he had knocked J-Rock out with it. You know, it's like a left hook uppercut. You know what I'm saying? He got knockout type punches, bro. He has a granite chin. So yeah, Andrade might land some punches, but he's gonna eat that, bro. I seen Andrade get rocked by Liam Williams, shitty ass Liam Williams. You know what I'm saying? Who, as soon as that fight, he already got his ass whooped by Liam Smith twice. And then got his ass whooped and get knocked all over the ring by Eubank, bro. He ain't got enough fighters in his arsenal to even get ready for a Charlo low key. He can just hope that he carry that shit over from the amateurs to the pros to be able to fight him. Otherwise, he's gonna get put to sleep and embarrassed that he been begging for a fight this whole time with the modern day Mr. T, Clubber Lane, just to get his ass knocked out, bro. You know what I'm saying? He's known to fight. If you want to say Montiel was a tough opponent, he watched Montiel and in your mind, he's a tough opponent. He sweeped him, bro. He throws good combination punches, bro. You ain't really seen a fighter come at Andrade throwing combination punches and throwing them as hard as Charlo does, bro. That's number one. And when you look at Andrade, his timing is off these days, bro. He's getting older. He's still not finishing nobody that's good because he's not even fighting nobody that's good. You know what I'm saying? Even when he went over there talking about he want to fight Charlo like, all right, hey, look, we should fight, whatever. I ain't heard Andrade come out and say, hey, man, I sent the contract. He ain't fighting me, bro. He waiting for the paperwork to probably get ready. He said, the man said, I don't even need a tune-up. I'll come right out of retirement to fight Andrade because he is a tune-up for Canelo. What are you talking about, bro? Man, is it over yet? I could have yielded this round, bro. I could have yielded this round, man. Hey, you a good debater.
You got 50 seconds.
Hey, look,
you got 50 seconds.
You good, but in the words of Floyd Mayweather, I'm God gifted. It's a big difference, bro. It's a big difference, man. Hey, look. Every kind of punch he throws drops you, bro. The right hook drops you, bro. The jab drops you. These are facts, bro. Facts. Y'all like facts? Here's the facts. He drops championship level fighters with jabs. And Andrade been dropped in the first round by a contender. And y'all tell me who won a round. Y'all tell me, y'all tell me who won this fight. Who wins this fight? I yield with that.
Already. All right, Kwame, you got 5 minutes, bro. Timer starts when you start talking. Tell us why Andrade wins the fight, man.
So Demetrius Andrade to me wins the fight, number one, because he's a better combination puncher. He also has better movement, and he's a very awkward fighter. It's not like Jamal Charlo is Tank Davis where he's knocked out every opponent that he's fought. That's just not the case. And just because you've been knocked down in a fight doesn't mean that. Just because Boo Boo's been knocked down in a fight before, he's still undefeated. He still has had the mental fortitude to get up and still win those fights. It comes down to style. It also, to me, comes down to pedigree. It's been very hard to attack the things of what Boo Boo has done in the ring in terms of opponents he's fought because his career is just his career. But when it comes to Demetrius Andrade and everyone looking back at him at 154 and 160, this is a guy that everyone knows was actively ducked. He was forced to move to 168 because he couldn't get those fights, and that's for a reason. And he went and called these guys out. He went and called Charlo out at his press conference, and that's for a reason. These are guys with Olympic pedigree. They've seen so many different styles. They've seen big punchers. You talk about this guy losing to Sean Porter. Sean Porter and Charlo fight two completely different styles. I'm not even sure. You said punchers. Sean Porter is not a puncher. Everyone knows Sean Porter's an activity guy. And Charlo is not a big activity guy. He picks his shots. Even with J-Rock, he picks his shots. He picked his shot with his uppercut to knock him out. He picks his shot with the jab. But that's a guy who was a lot physically smaller than him. But now when we look at it, Andrade has already moved up to 168. And Charlo, we really don't know where he's at, but last place he's been at has been 160. So it comes down to me to skill set, pedigree, activity, combination punches, angles, being in there and fight all kinds of different styles. And at the end of the day, the best man is going to win. And the best man to me is the one who's active, who's the one who's actively fighting, and also has a better pedigree. So my opinion is Jamal Charlo is not going to beat Demetrius Andrade because he's a guy who picks shots, and a guy who picks shots could be outworked. Demetrius Andrade is a combination puncher. Normally, he's letting go of more than one punch at a time. If you watch Andrade fight, better footwork, better mechanics, and as I said, Jamal Charlo hasn't gotten better, regardless of what you say. Him not. If you're comparing him to what he did at 154 to J-Rock, and still talking about the punch he threw there and talking about it at 160, to me that's showing me that this guy has not improved, at all. So my opinion is Demetrius Andrade, more of a pure boxer, more activity, better angles, and would edge him out in a decision. The decision to me would be unanimous because he's smart enough and awkward enough and has good enough angles not to get caught by them slow ass shots by Jamal Charlo.
All right, King G, you heard what he had to say. You got 2 minutes to offer up your rebuttal. Timer starts when you start talking, bro.
Man, I'm gonna disqualify you from this round, bro. You came out capping right out the gate, bro. What are you talking about? Oh, you ain't like he knocked out everybody, every opponent like Tank, bro. Tank ain't knocked out every opponent. What are you talking about? Did he knock out Pitbull Cruz? So that's a lie, right? That's a point. That's a foul. That's a point deduction right out the gate, bro. You talking about who don't matter? He get knocked down in fights. What are you talking about? What? That made me think I'm Wild Woody on a Toy Story when he told Buzz, man, you are a toy. But at this point, you don't know ish. You can't get knocked down and think that's okay, and that's a good practice to do in boxing when you fighting Jamal Charlo. Don't you understand? Jamal Charlo has stopped everybody he's knocked down, and now he's about to fight a guy that gets knocked down? Are you serious? You said Porter in the bro. Porter is a boxer puncher. Porter imitates different styles of fights. That's why you see him fighting so many different ways, bro. You talking about Andre throw combination punches? Charlo throw combination punches. You didn't see all them combination punches he was throwing on Montiel when he was trying to put him away? You didn't see them combination punches that he did on K9? Say, Nate, I know that's your boy, but you didn't see that? You didn't see that? Like, come on, bro. Like, listen, man. Bro. Oh, God. Listen to me, young grasshopper. I'm going to be Iota, bro. The force is very strong within you, my son. But in this realm of boxing, you don't have enough force, bro. You might need to go to the dark side or something, bro. Like, it's a wrap, man. Clearly, Charlo beats Andrade. Period. At the end of the day, all the statistics say so. You know what I'm saying? That's what I would say. You know what I'm saying? Now, I would say, hey, both of them got hands, and Andrade can beat Charlo, but the stats picks Charlo as the favorite. You know what I'm saying? And I think Andrade could beat him, but I know Charlo can knock him out. And he has some certain intangibles.
Bro. That's time, King.
Out.
That's time, King. All right, Kwame, you got 2 minutes for your rebuttal, bro. Timer starts when you start talking.
As I said, styles make fights. Jamal Charlo, if you look at film, he's not a big combination puncher. This is a guy who sets up stuff off his jab, and most of the guys that he's always in there with, he's a lot bigger than. So when you look at Demetrius Andrade, this is a guy who has a lot of great angles. This is a guy who throws punches and bunches. And when no one's saying that you're supposed to get knocked down in a fight. What I'm saying is, if you get knocked down in a fight, you can still get up and win a fight. So just the fact of bringing up, Jamal Charlo could knock him down. Andrade's been down, and he's still won all his fights he's ever been knocked down in. It comes down to what the judges see in the ring, who scores the more accurate punches, the cleaner shots, and even who's more busy. And quite honestly, looking at the way that these two guys fight, the fight would probably be a lot similar to Sean Porter versus Danny Garcia. Danny Garcia did land hard shots and land cleaner shots with Sean Porter, but Sean Porter outworked him. It's just that he threw way more punches. And that would be the case in this fight, because when you look at the two styles, one guy is a guy who throws punches and bunches, uses a lot of angles, has good defense, and another guy is a guy who waits to pick shots. And if this guy punches was so devastating, I haven't seen it at 168. I mean, ever since Centeno knocking that guy out, we haven't seen really Jamal Charlo really knock down or beat the shit out of anybody, to be quite honest. I mean, you could do that to a J-Rock at 154, but the guys that are his size, we haven't been seeing a whole bunch of knockdowns before he took this long sabbatical off of boxing. So all this, he could drop you with a jab, and he could do this and he could do that. We haven't seen that at 160.
That's time, Kwame. That's time, bro. All right, y'all. Let me put the poll up, and we'll go to the judges. This time we're going to right side first. Right side, who you giving round 3 to?
Man, I thought that was another good round. This was what I would call a classic debate. Two great opponents for each other. I gave that round to Kwame. I didn't like, I'm not a fan of giving your opponent credit. I'm not a fan of it at all. And when my brother KingG said, well, Andrade can win the fight. No, don't tell me that. I don't want to hear that. Respectfully, I say that respectfully. But so I gave that round to Kwame. I thought he focused a little more on what's going to happen in the ring, and I gave it to Kwame.
Already. G5, who you giving a round to, bro?
Man, shout out to Kwame. Shout out to KingG yet again, man. In this one, man, I didn't like that point where that KingG said about giving Andre a little bit of credit, but I also didn't like that Kwame said that he don't knock everybody out like Tank Davis, and neither one of them has 100% KO ratio. So I mean, it's kind of what and what. So I looked at who cooked more, and on the question, and gave us what we was looking for, man. And on that one, I'm riding with Kwame on that one.
Already. For me, man, I hear what y'all saying, and I agree a lot of what y'all said. I thought KingG had the better round. I just thought at the end, when you say that the dudes you arguing against can win the fight, it kind of killed everything. So I'm agree with y'all and give it to Kwame. But overall, we got KingG with the victory. Moving on and going to the quarterfinals. So let me get this real quick from Kwame. Kwame, go ahead and give your last words, man. Let everybody know where to find you. KingG, if you'll stay up for a moment, I'll give you instructions for Thursday. Kwame, go ahead and let everybody know what you got going on, man.
Shit, I ain't got shit going on, man. I'm living my life, having fun. Be on your channel, be on everyone else's channel.
Yes, sir. Yes,
The
sir.
YouTube thing for me is not a thing I'm like truly dedicated to. So, but I appreciate the opportunity. KingG, you a great opponent. I appreciate what you put up. Great debate, and appreciate you, Knockout, and to the chat, and to the panel. Salute to you guys.
Yes, sir, man. Salute, Kwame. We appreciate you, bro. We'll see you next time, bro.
Yes, sir.
All right, KingG, you moving on to the quarterfinals. Let me get my bro up here real quick. 817, what up?
What's going on?
Hey, it just so happens your opponent KingG is up here because truth speaks, y'all. He ain't show up, man. We 30 minutes late and he still ain't here yet. So let me move KingG to the next round real quick by score 2-1. Just real quick. There you go.
It's Friday night. I think he's scared of me.
Some, bro. I don't know, man. And Truth was talking. Truth was saying he was pulling up. He said he was coming. I don't know. We'll figure out.
You need to change his motherfucking name. Get out my D-Town partner. You ain't the true guy,
man. But shout out to Kwame, man. Shout out to KingG. Hey, you still rolling, KingG? Good shit, man.
All right, so real quick, while I got y'all, so I can put it in here for everybody. Who was supposed to argue what? What did y'all have? Terrence Crawford and Jerron Ennis. What did y'all end up deciding on 817 when we did the coin flip Friday?
I had Terrence Crawford. That's what you told us.
That's right?
Yeah.
All right, KingG gonna have Bud. And 817 got it. All right, man. Y'all's debate is 7 p.m. Central Time on Wednesday. Good luck to both of y'all, and I will see both of y'all Wednesday night at 7 p.m. Central Time. Good luck to y'all, man. I'll talk to y'all soon, brothers.
Hey, man, I just want to say,
my bad. Y'all get y'all last words. Go ahead.
Yeah. It's all good, brother. But yeah, man, hey, thanks for having me, man. I think I made a valid point, proving why Boo Boo is doo doo. No, I'm just kidding, man. It's all in good fun, man. In reality, man, honestly, Andrade, he's one of my favorite fighters out of everybody, bro. Like my top 5. So, you know what I'm saying? I could just see things from different perspectives and understand different arguments and, prove certain things if I want to. So I'm just dangerous in this debating thing, man. But I appreciate you having me, man. And
yes, sir.
You said, and shoot, hey, I guess, he who was that down at 913? Is that who I'm going up against next?
817.
Oh, 817. You know what I'm saying? Hey, RIP Kwame. You know what I'm saying? It was just a warm up, so I get to that big ugly bell. 817. You know what I'm saying?
Hey.
Brother, hey, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, man, appreciate for having me on, bro. I look forward to watching the rest, man, and good luck to all the debaters out there, bro. You know what I'm saying? I expect some people to bring some smoke, man. And I'm excited, bro. And just thanks for having me on your platform, brother.
Yes, sir. I see you on Wednesday, man.
Hey,
Good
great
luck
job,
to you.
King. Great job, bro.
Already. All right, 817, man. What you about to say, bro? Go ahead and get your bars out, man.
I'm finna make that country boy my motherfucking toy. I'm knocking his head off his head, boy. I got Jerron Ennis, and what he got that ball? He got Lorenzo. Y'all know what time it is. Y'all know what motherfucking time it is. I'm setting up for the Metroplex. You hear me? You hear me? So if it's anybody from Philly, whatever, you know what I'm saying? Y'all definitely gonna want to show up. Y'all definitely gonna want to show up. But I'm feeling, hey, like I've been telling y'all, that boy, the third best welterweight in the division. And I'm gonna prove it come Wednesday. I see y'all then. I think they scared of me.
Peace out, man. Peace out, bro. All right, man. That shit gonna be fun on Wednesday. Coming up next,
Is it Wednesday or
9
Thursday?
minutes. I got Jay Chestnut. He already backstage. Coach Chris, where you at? We got 9 minutes before the debate starts. What you say? What you say?
It's
right
Thursday.
now?
It's Thursday, not Wednesday.
No, it's
Thursday.
Wednesday, bro. It's Wednesday.
Bro,
No, it is Thursday. It is Thursday. My bad. I'll send it to him. It's Thursday. I'll send it to him. That'll be all right. It'll be all right. It's Thursday because Wednesday is the rest of round 2. You're right. You're right. My bad. But yeah, man, we got what's up with it? The future, Cassandra, everybody in the building. Hey, KingG, your debate is Thursday, not Wednesday. I misspoke. But just everybody look at the bracket, bro. Everybody look at the bracket. The bracket has the right day and time on there. It's Thursday at 7 p.m. Y'all getting it in, bro, for the quarterfinals. Look, man. While we waiting, I got Jay Chestnut back there. Somebody find Coach Chris. I done texted him. Not texted him. I done emailed him a couple times. He was here for the coin toss on Friday, so I expect him to show up. Maybe he's just making his interest right at 8:30. Jay Chestnut gonna lose his mind if he have to go by with another forfeit. He trying to, you know what I'm saying? He trying to get a debate in. He already passed through round 1 with ease, and now I'm hoping Coach Chris shows up on time. It's 8:22. He got 8 more minutes. Right side, man. What's up with your boy Devin, man? What's going on with him? How you doing, man?
Oh no, what you mean? What you mean?
I'm just, man, you know, how's Devin, man? How is he, man?
He the undisputed champ. He should be good. What you talking about? He should be good. Hey man, I'm trying to see if I'm hearing rumblings that a contract's supposed to be on the way. That's what I'm hearing.
Yeah, man. He gonna sign him up. He gonna, you know. Do you want the fight? You know what I'm saying?
Hey, listen. You know what I think.
Because Tank keeping his word. You know what I mean?
Hey, send the contract, man. Send the contract,
and
then we can start to cook on it. I want to. Hey, it is what it is, though. It is what it is.
Your confidence still as high as it was before the Loma fight.
I ain't gonna hold you, man. After the Loma fight, I got a few questions, but I still got Dev being Tank. I still got Dev being Tank.
No, you
don't.
That
damn Southpaw shit. That Southpaw shit be giving this man trouble, bro. Yeah, hey, it is what it is. And them straights coming down the pipe, bro. You can't get hit like you was getting hit in the 11th, bro. You can't take that shit against Tank, bro. You can't do that shit.
I'm just seeing like a lot of. It seemed like I'm just looking for the energy, man. I'm wondering where he at, bro. You know, I ain't heard him say nothing. It's been like 10 days, man. You know what I'm saying? Thanksgiving, you know, Bill was talking about how he, you know what I'm saying, he can knock chicks down. The Tank wouldn't even look at Tank, you know, talking about his son gonna knock Tank the fuck out. And I'm just wondering, you know, where they at. They tweeting at Regis and shit, but they ain't
tell Tank to send the contract, man. Tell the paperwork to come through. You feel me? And it is what it is. We need the paperwork.
All right, man, I got you. I agree with that, but we ain't got no kind of accountability for old Devin. We just cool with him. He can just do whatever, huh? He just.
What I mean, damn.
I'm just asking. I'm just trying to figure out what we doing. Like, we ain't calling on him. We calling on Tank to send the contract, but we don't want Devin to. Why he can't talk the same type of shit he was talking when he had all the fights lined up and shit? That's all I'm asking, bro. You know.
My God, I mean, see, this is where the problem start right here. This is where the problem start.
What's the problem, bro?
At the end of it, bro. if the contract come across, if the contract come across, right?
I agree about the contract, right, side. What I'm asking you and Dang Father and Nick J, where's all the so the same Devin and Bill that was gonna knock Tank the fuck out, the same Devin and Bill that was about to drop all their belts, fight him at 140, skip the Cambosos contract, fight him at 135, the same niggas that said Tank Davis was cheating in the Hector Luis Garcia fight, the same one that made sure they dropped sparring footage of Hector Luis Garcia leading up to Tank and Hector Luis Garcia. The same one that pulled up on Steven Espinoza when Steven Espinoza wasn't even talking to his ass. And he pulled up on Steven Espinoza talking about, I'll fight Tank for that Mickey Mouse belt. The same one that said he'd fight Tank in place of Rolly and then announced a JoJo Diaz fight 3 days later. I'm asking, where is he at, bro? Where is that guy? I want to see him. Where he at? That's what I need. That's what I'm asking, bro. What up, Smoke? I see you, bro. Smoke will be debating D-Free later tonight. Y'all be sure to stick around for that. There go Coach Chris. Coach Chris say, I got me fucked up. I ain't missing nothing. Hey, Coach Chris, you had me scared back there. You had me scared back there. You know what I'm saying? I was like, yo, Coach Chris, where you at, bro? I done emailed him a couple times. He said, don't worry, bro. I ain't about talking. I'm about responding. Facts, Ricky. He got to send it first. I'm just saying where do you know? We got to keep that same. We got to keep the same shit. You know what I mean? That's all I'm asking. Is send the paperwork. I agree with everybody, bro.
But where the energy for Tank then, bro? Where's your energy?
It is.
For
He
Tank?
ain't since Devin fought. All you heard Tank team say is Devin Shakur. Devin Shakur.
They flipping coins and shit.
And now they saying they got
flipping coins and shit. And then they I'm hearing.
Now hold on now, Kel. They ain't been sounding so confident. Because one minute they was hold on, Kel. 1 minute when at first they act like, oh, the shit didn't matter after the Fulham fight. Then they start talking about the shit. So it's like, okay, that man got Tank them, they got to send the contract. It ain't so much people got an issue with Tank. It's more of his team, just like people got more so of a problem with Bill Haney rather than Devin himself. You know what I'm saying? So they got to send the contract. But that don't mean his business gonna stop. You think Tank ain't got another contractor around in the bush he working on right now? Bullshit.
I seen some
bullshit. So they can
too.
Because until a contract get made and sent, there ain't no guarantee that shit gonna happen.
No.
So I'm a hold, but I'm with you though. I'm gonna hold Tank team accountable, and I'm gonna hold the Haneys accountable. Now look, if Tank them don't send the contract, then it's on their ass. If they send it and they don't get no response or no reply, then I'm on Bill them ass. But if you don't send the
contract, let me ask you this: should they send the contract to a fighter that's showing no interest in fighting?
Oh man, here we go.
Nah, Dev already saw it that he want to fight, but they both act like they wanted it and then don't want it.
Is he showing interest right now today?
Bro, this shit is getting crazy, man.
I'm asking, bro.
I mean, the man still got
the man right now. Or is he talking to Regis Prograis? Who he want to fight? Do y'all know? Is he staying at 135 or going to 140, or is he acting like it could be either? What is he doing right now, bro?
Man, if Tank them sitting that contract, he ain't going no fucking where. You ask that man who the bigger draw.
I got y'all. It's on Tank.
He the A side. He A side, right?
Yeah, he the A side.
No, I'm not saying it's on him, but I'm pretty sure if they see in this contract deal and he don't answer, they already got something they working on as well too. So I'm gonna hold them both to the same thing.
I agree that Tank should send the contract. Y'all know that he has to send the contract. I've been saying that, but it's funny how I'm willing to hold him accountable. But when we get to talking about Devin, all I can hear Devin Haney fans say, and not you, G5, because you've been saying it. All I hear Devin Haney fans say is, "Well, Tank got to send the contract." No, let's talk about your boy. Let's talk about his responsibility.
Doing what?
Not doing the shit that he did.
His responsibility is beyond the contract, bro.
So we just gonna ride. We gonna ride with. He ain't got to act the same he was acting. So when he was tied up with Cambosos and tied up at Loma, it was a whole different type of energy. Now that he ain't tied up no more, we ain't asking him to do the same shit he was doing when he was tied up. Come on, bro. Y'all know that man behaving different, dog. Why is he not doing the same when he knew he had to fight Cambosos and his daddy knew they had Loma coming up? Why they not doing the same shit? Why they ain't pulling up on the Boxing Voice? How come I ain't seen Bill Haney on the Rise podcast talking shit to Calvin Ford about what his son gonna do to Tank Davis? He was pulling up like a motherfucker when they had Loma coming up. He was pulling up like a motherfucker when they had motherfucking Cambosos coming up. Now they weighing their options and shit. Now they quiet and y'all cool about it. All right, bro. He got time to tweet Regis. He got time to call Eddie Hearn, but he ain't got time to talk shit to Tank Davis like he was doing when he was tied up. That's all I'm asking y'all, bro. I don't disagree. Tank Davis should send a contract. I do not disagree at all. He is the A side. He has to make the fight happen. But where y'all lose me at is when y'all acting like your boy ain't changing up, bro. When you acting like they ain't acting different around there. He ain't got to do shit no more. He ain't got to do shit. All right, bro. Y'all got it, man.
Bro,
y'all got it.
Bro, let y'all tell it. When it's Shakur, he acting different. When it's Tank, he acting. It's always
he is, bro.
All right, y'all. All right.
He is. Y'all lucky we got to get to this debate. Y'all wait till we get till I give away this goddamn $850. I'm cooking all y'all, bro. I can't wait. I can't wait. Let me get to my bros, man, and let them try to get to this money. Jay Chestnut, what up with you, bro? What's happening?
Man, what up, KO? What up, y'all, man? How y'all feeling?
Chilling, man. Chilling. What type of performance you about to put on?
Hey, man, I'm locked in. I'm ready to do this, man. You know
Already.
what I'm saying? Like, I heard him debate last week, man. Respect his skills, but this ain't what he wants, for real.
Already. Coach Chris, what up with it, homie?
What's going on, big dog?
Chilling, man. What type of performance you about to put on, man?
A victory.
A victory. He say it don't matter. I'm just
Damn.
gonna get the dub. All right, bro. All right. Thank Father. You always say I'm going outside, but you never click a link. You never debate me. You keep saying you're coming and you never come, bro. Just you here. I'm going outside, but you here. I appreciate your support. You know you can come up whenever you want it, bro. Shout out Mac of the South, Spitboxing TV, everybody in the building, bro. Let me get to the coin flip. And just real quick, let me get a lay of the land for these brothers. These brothers are going back and forth. Jay Chestnut and Coach Chris, Keyshawn Davis, Frank the Ghost, Martin debate. Coach Chris going with the Ghost. Jay Chestnut rocking out with Keyshawn. We got BFTB in the building. As we know, we going facts, delivery, rebuttal. Just in case y'all ain't hear it, I'm gonna go to right side first. Right side, real quick. Let the participants know how they can get your vote, man.
Man, y'all done heard me, Judge. Man, listen, get up here, do what you do. Like my brother Five would say, when you go anywhere, bring it back together, tie it all up with a bow. Man, do not give your opponent credit, bro. Don't do that shit. I do not like that shit, bro. AK, I'm gonna step away for a quick second. I'll be right back.
All right, that's cool. Let me go to G5. G5, how they getting your vote, man?
Man, hey, y'all know. Answer the question. Drop the facts. If you got to correlate something, bring it together, put a bow on it, land the plane. Easy peasy. Have fun and rock out, my guys. That's it. Simple as that.
And let me go to my bro BFTB boxing, man. What's up with it, homie?
What's up with you, King? Hey, man, I apologize. I'm late again.
Man,
dog.
you ain't gotta apologize for cooking, motherfuckers.
I do,
man.
dog. I
you know
do.
you don't,
I tell you, I'm being here at a certain time, bro. I gotta be here, bro. So when I'm not here for my brother, bro, it bothers me. So again, I apologize. I should have been here earlier, but I was debating. You know what I'm saying? So it is what it is. But
hey, I seen you. I said this motherfucker gonna lose track of time again. Hey, I seen it. Look. I was riding around. I went to go get some goddamn ice cream for motherfucking Memorial Day. I was listening to you. I seen you drop the link about 6:40, 6:45. I seen motherfuckers start hitting the link. I said, this motherfucker gonna lose track of time again. Let me go ahead and make sure that I'm ready to judge this motherfucker. He about to get to cooking the motherfucker and forget where he supposed to be. And sure enough, your ass had to let him have it. I mean, hey,
that's why I gotta apologize.
When the smoke calls, you gotta get the smoke, man.
True, bro. It's true.
And then they'll tell you ducked them.
Yeah. You know what it is, dog. You know.
That's exactly. They gonna go make a video. BMTB ducked me. He gonna screenshot this little clip and post the shit.
Hey, I debated the motherfucker, killed the motherfucker. I ain't gonna say that. Y'all all seen the video, and I was taking my son to get a haircut. I'm at the barbershop. You can see the barbershop. I get done cooking them, and I say, man, I gotta go get a haircut, bro. This shit over with. And then I leave. Next day, man, knockout ducked me, man. He pretended like he had to get a haircut and shit. Y'all know I'm talking about the motherfucker in the red hoodie that I killed that time, bro. Hey, I was like, you see the barbershop, nigga. Like, what are you talking about? You called me, okay. But anyway, bro, let me get to the corn flip. Let's get this shit going, man. There's enough of that shit. I can talk shit all goddamn day, bro. All right, let me share this screen real quick for the bros. Share the screen. Entire screen right there. Boom. There we go. Switch it over. All right, y'all. Let me know when y'all can see it. Can y'all see this, Coach Chris and Jay Chestnut?
Not. I can see it now.
All right, who y'all? What y'all calling? What y'all got?
I got heads.
All right, y'all both got heads. So, Coach Chris, I heard Coach Chris first. So, Coach Chris got heads. We flipping that joint. It's gonna land on heads. Coach Chris, who going first?
He got it.
All right, bet. So, I got a very interesting question for y'all. Let me write this shit down because I want to know because it's been some crazy shit going on. So,
hold on now. Who got who? Who got who?
Coach Chris is arguing for Frank Martin, and you got Jay Chestnut arguing for Keyshawn Davis.
Oh, this should be a spicy one right here.
All right, so here we go. Y'all got 5 minutes. We're going to Jay Chestnut first. Let me get the timer going. And so here's the first question I got for y'all, right? If you've been paying attention to not only their resumes, what they've done in the ring, their promoters and their interviews, you will notice that both of these fighters acting like they won't smoke. They acting like they want to fight each other and shit. You know what I mean? So here's my question. The question is call outs. Which one of them really want to fight right now, bro? Because it's hard for me to tell. So I need y'all to explain to me which one of them really want to fight right now. Jay Chestnut, you got Keyshawn. You need to tell me why it's Keyshawn that want to fight right now. And then my brother, Coach Chris, is going to tell me why it's Frank Martin that want to fight right now. But we're going to go to Jay Chestnut first. Explain to us why it's Keyshawn. You got 5 minutes. Timer starts as soon as you start talking. Go ahead, bro.
So for me, this is definitely Keyshawn Davis. So after Keyshawn Davis's last performance against Anthony Yiggett, man, he was quoted as saying, as calling out Frank Martin, and he made the quote that, yo, you and Earl calling out everybody else, but I'm ready right now. I can put hands on you right now. You know what I'm saying? I'm ready to do this right now. Keyshawn Davis, my guy, hasn't called out nobody else. He said he wanted Frank Martin, and that's the fight that they're sticking to. We done heard Frank Martin since his last fight. We done heard him be linked to Shakur Stevenson, that he said he wanted that fight. We done heard his promoter link him to Tank Davis. Oh, he ready for that fight. We done heard him mention Keyshawn Davis. So when you out there, bro, like when you out there, man, they just almost throwing tacks at a wall and hoping something stick. You know what I'm saying? My guy done stood fast on what he wanted. He said he wanted Frank Martin, and Frank Martin is the fight that he wants. So I mean, I think it's very clear who really want the smoke based on what they say and also what their team done said, because we done heard Earl Spence come out and really name a lot of guys that he would like his guy to fight. So he ain't. And we know how Earl is. We know how his promoter is. His promoter is the type of cat that when he want to fight, bro, he said we saw him stick out for a year for the fight that he about to get with Bud. And guess what? Why he ain't showing that same energy? If they really wanted that smoke, and when I say Frank Martin, I mean him and his team, his promoter is a part of that. Guess what, bro? Like, if knowing the type of cat that he is, guess what? They would have stood on that square and they would have sent that man a contract. They would have tried to figure out what they got to do with Bob Arum to get this man in the ring. So who really want the smoke? It's motherfucking Keyshawn Davis. So let's go. That's my round.
All right, we're going to Coach Chris. Coach Chris, you got 5 minutes. Go ahead and cook them up. You got Frank Martin. Tell us why it's Frank Martin that really wants to fight right now. Timer starts as soon as you start talking.
All right, Frank Martin wants to fight right now because Frank Martin means what he says, and he says what he means. He don't talk much, but when he talks, he makes it count. At first, he wasn't mentioning Keyshawn because he's already in position to fight some of the bigger fish, some people who's actually in position with already got belts, whether they're the secondary belt like Tank, the WBA. When he beat Michelle Rivera, that put him in position to actually fight Tank. So he wasn't thinking about Keyshawn, but once Keyshawn started barking, that got his attention. And he said, cool, calm, and collective as he always is. That's the fight. If that's what you're trying to do, I take that. He was trying to give him a heads up like, hey, you ain't ready. They moving you too slow. I don't fought better competition. He trying to look out for the young pup, but the young pup, he kept barking. He said, you know what? Let's do it. He said, it ain't no size of the street. Now, as far as Keyshawn, Frank Martin ain't the only person Keyshawn Davis done called out. He done called out a few people. He done mentioned a few people's names. But the thing with Keyshawn is, after he called somebody out, he followed up with, oh, I'm only 6-0. Oh, I'm only 4-0. Oh, I'm only 8-0. But he talking about Devin. I'll do this. I'll do that. I want to fight light skin. Devin like, hey, bro, we the same age. Don't hide behind Shakur. You do it. Oh, I'm only 6-0. I don't know why all these people saying my name. I'm only 6-0. So anything Keyshawn say, it ain't nothing valid because ain't nothing coming behind it. He can't make the fight itself. The difference is when Frank Martin say something, he got people in position that's actually gonna make that fight happen. Spence, he already talking about making a fight with Shakur Stevenson, so he not tripping about an opponent being on top rank. So if Keyshawn keep talking the way he talking, Spence gonna make that fight happen. He ain't worried about that. And as far as Derrick James don't make no fights happen. He can talk, but majority of the time, Derrick James gonna say, I want whatever my fighter want. So if Frank really bite down, and if those bigger fights aren't available for him to make, he'll take that Keyshawn Davis fight in a heartbeat. And what Frank Martin say, he actually got people in position who can make the fight happen. I don't know nobody else on Keyshawn. Bomac ain't finna do shit. Bomac ain't finna make no fight. Bob Arum ain't finna make that fight. Spence can really make that shit happen. He can really get on the phone with Al. If they wanted to make the fight happen, they can make it happen. And with Spence being a promoter, if he's already talking about Shakur, then that door is open. He's willing to work with anybody if the fight is worth it. So with that being said, Frank Martin actually has validity behind what he says because he don't speak much, and he wouldn't have mentioned Keyshawn Davis' name if Keyshawn ain't mentioned his name first. If you're gonna call him out and you get his attention, when they really turn around and they lock up with you, if you're really trying to make that shit happen, it can happen. And Frank Martin got the people on the side that can actually make it happen. Keyshawn, he do a lot of talking. He do a lot of barking. But he ain't even confident in himself yet. He ain't ready for a big fight. It's people who are in the position he's in. Didn't homeboy just fight Nakathili? Wasn't that somebody else Keyshawn Davis' name? He named a few people. He ain't make that fight happen. What happened to all the other people names he mentioned? That fight ain't happen. Frank Martin mentioned Devin. He mentioned Tank because he's actually in position to fight those people. He's ranked in these sanctioning bodies to where he's in position to actually make those fights happen.
1 minute. We got 1 minute, Coach Chris. 1 minute.
All the belts at 135 are either in Devin's hands or Tank hands, and Frank is in position to fight both of them. So if you're going to get his attention, you better make it work. But Keyshawn just be talking. Time.
All right. We're going to Jay Chestnut. Jay Chestnut, you got 2 minutes to offer up your rebuttal. Timer starts when you start talking. You heard what Coach Chris had to say. What's your rebuttal to it?
That's cute, bro. That's real cute. Okay, so you can't have it both ways, my man. It's like you can't say he really want the fight and then talk about all these if, ands, and buts. Because you said if he don't get the Shakur fight, if this, if that, if he don't get the bigger fights. Okay, so that means he don't want the Keyshawn fight. That's exactly what that means. You can't say I want this fight, but I won't smoke with Coach Chris. But if I can't get knockout, then, I'll go over here and debate Coach Chris. Nah, bro, it don't work like that. You either want the fight or you don't. And since you said it, since you put it on the table, bro, how is he in position to fight Devin? How, bro? He won the WBA title eliminated. Last time I checked, Devin was the super WBA champion. And last time I checked, they don't have no mandatories except for the regular champion. So if you want to say Tank, cool, but Devin, that's cap, bro. Like, we know that. So whatever we talking about here, you saying he in position. So that means he don't want to smoke with Keyshawn. So Keyshawn stand on that square and has Earl Spence reached out to Bob Arum to make that fight happen? Because it's very logical of why Bob Arum wouldn't be reaching out, because it's a lot of prospect top rank on 135. Pretty much all the top guys over there, pretty much, or most of the top guys, I should say, they over there top rank. So it's logical why Bob wouldn't reach out to Earl, but has Earl reached out to motherfucking Bob to make that fight happen? because he know he gonna have to send this guy across the street. So if he ain't did that, then they don't want the smoke. And again, you prove my point by saying he checking for Shakur. He checking for all these other names, all these big fights. So no, he does not want the smoke. Time.
All right. You got 2 minutes, Coach Chris. You heard what Jay had to say. Go ahead and offer up your rebuttal, bro.
No, Spence did not reach out to Bob Arum because, again, Frank Martin is in position to fight the champions. You said, how can he fight Devin Haney? He's ranked number 5 in the WBC. The champion can fight anybody within the top 5. He's ranked number 2 in the WBA. That's how he has the opportunity to fight Devin. And as far as if Keyshawn really wanted to fight, why wouldn't he go to Bob Arum and tell Bob Arum, this is the fight I want, so Bob Arum can make the fight happen? You just put your foot in your mouth by saying, of course Bob ain't reach out to, of course Bob ain't. If Keyshawn really wanted to fight, he'll pressure that. Bob Arum ain't even spoke on the fight. Spence done spoke on it. That shit can happen. Now, if he really want the fight, he'll make the fight happen. I can guarantee you Frank Martin going to be fighting on July 29th, so he on somebody undercard. So once that fight goes through, Keyshawn is an available opponent. It's on Spence radar. It's on Derek James' radar. It done been said and been spoken about. That shit can happen. Spence can actually make the call. Bob Arum ain't finna make no call. Keyshawn know that. Keyshawn just talking. He ain't finna fight nobody. He can make that shit happen if he wanted to. You put your foot in your mouth when you said that Bob Arum statement. Of course he ain't reach out. Nah, Spence ain't reach out yet. When it's time to reach out, he gonna reach out. Time.
Already. We going to the judges. Let me put this in the chat, bro, real quick for the poll. While I'm doing that, let me go to right side first on this one. Right side, good first round. Who you giving it to, man?
It was an interesting first round. I felt that at times they were kind of tearing their own points down to some degree. The question was, who really wants to fight right now, right? And my brother, let me scroll up, my apologies. Jay, he started off, he broke down Keyshawn quotes after the last fight, how Frank had been linked to other fighters, and how EJ was naming other fighters for Frank Martin. Coach Chris actually kind of agreed with those points. I gave the round to Jay simply off of it seemed like Coach Chris, when you spoke a lot on Frank being in position to fight Tank, for him being in position to fight Devin. The question is about him fighting Keyshawn at this current moment in time, and if he really is pushing for that fight. And I thought Jay hit a few more points than you did there, so I gave it around to Jay.
Already, bro. Okay. So we got one vote for Jay. We're going to G5. G5, who you get around to, man?
Fellas, y'all was cooking, but we got to keep y'all to stay on the question that's asked, and that is Keyshawn and Frank only. You know what I'm saying? I agree with right side. Y'all did kind of like say something, then kind of like throw salt on your point, but then both of y'all did it. Then you did kind of agree with them at the same time, Chris. You was cooking, but you should have said something at me for another question. So I got to give this one to Jay Chestnut. I mean, good round, close round. But I lean towards Jay on this one.
Already. All right, BF, who you giving around to and why, man, for this first round? We got 2 votes for Jay.
Yeah, for sure, man. I like what Coach came out and he was talking about the options that Frank has. I know people will look at that as like a negative thing, but I looked at it more so as a positive thing. He does have options, and he is in a position to fight for the champions. But he's not. He's like, you could get it. I'm putting that on the line. I'll put that on the line if that's. I'll put it on the line. So I'm looking at that as like, bro, I don't need to fight you, right? But we can get it, right? So I'm looking at that like, damn. So if a man is willing to throw all that away for another fight, he must want it, right? But that's my thought process, and we're not going off of my thought process. We're going off of what they say. That when Jay came back with the ifs, you're saying if this and if that and if this. I'm like, damn, bro, because I was with Coach heavy, but when those ifs, when he was talking about use if this and if this, if you're saying if, and the question is who wants it right now. If you're saying if this and if this and if this, then you really don't want it right now because you want these other things that are in line for bigger things. You know, so with that being said, you know, although we're not talking about who wins this motherfucker, but with that being said, I got to roll with Jay on that one.
All right. Y'all heard the judges. Obviously, everybody knows I had the option to override them if I want to. I don't feel the need to. I thought they did a good job of judging and explaining why they picked who they picked. In a close round, I don't feel the need to overrule anything. So we got it 1-0 Jay Chestnut right now. We're going to the second question, and as a Tank Davis fan, I gotta ask this one, bro, and I'm gonna be very specific with the question because there's some little semantic arguments someone may try to make, and I don't want to hear that shit at all. So, Tank Davis in the ring with your life on the line, which fighter has a better chance to beat Tank? I don't want to hear about size of the street. I don't want to hear about promotional company and this person has, you know, they on his side so they can actually get the fight and that gives them a no. In the ring, they both get the fight. Why does your fighter have a better chance to win the fight? That's what I want to know the answer to. In this round 2, we're going to Coach Chris first. Coach Chris, you got 5 minutes to explain to us why Frank Martin has a better chance to beat Tank Davis over Keyshawn Davis. You got 5 minutes. Timer starts as soon as you start talking.
Well, obviously, Frank Martin got the better chance to beat Tank Davis. First and foremost, he has more experience. He's done fought the better competition. He done had multiple 10-round fights. His last fight was a 12-round fight. He went all 12. So he's already on that championship level to where he can compete the whole 12 rounds. That's first and foremost. Also, him and Tank are very similar as far as they're both short, both stocky, both carry power in both hands. Also, I think with them being so similar in their approach, Tank might have the edge as far as power, but I think Frank Martin has the edge as far as trainer because Derek Martin's going to come with a game plan. He's going to have a strategy. He's going to have them ready, and he'll be ready to make the necessary adjustments. Also, Tank Davis don't even fight black fighters. So that's a whole nother dynamic that Tank ain't used to dealing with. Tank used to fighting these Mexicans. He's pulling up from smaller weight classes. People ain't really got the experience of fighting on the top level. They might got a name, etc., etc. We know the Tank recipe. So Frank Martin has a great chance of beating Tank Davis. He's very cerebral. He takes his time. You can't rush him. Tank focuses a lot on applying pressure. He's going to take his time. The first couple rounds, he's going to try to feel you out. Then Frank Martin already up a couple rounds because Tank going to take his time. He going to eat shots. And what's going to fuck him up is he going to let Frank Martin establish his distance, establish his jab. And once he gets his range going, he got the footwork to get him in and out of position. He got the educated jab. He got the educated feet. And with Tank, he going to try to apply pressure round 4, round 5. He going to start talking shit. He going to start trying to get in his head. He going to start engaging with the crowd. But that ain't going to rattle Frank Martin. Frank Martin, he's very poised. He's very precise. You're not going to rush Frank Martin. It don't matter what you do, you're not going to rush him. And he's not going to rush his work. He's going to take his time. He's going to pick his shots correctly. He's going to move around the ring. He's going to pivot. He's going to circle. Tank ain't had to deal with nobody with that type of footwork. Tank ain't had to deal with nobody with that type of mentality. Who going to be right there with him. Who willing to punch with him. He done sparred Tank. So Tank ain't bringing nothing to the table Frank ain't seen. He already know what he in for. Tank is the one that got to make the big adjustment. If Frank got a chin, he done been hit. He done fought some undefeated fighters who got just as much knockouts as him, just as confident as him. So he got to go in there. He got to break their will. So he's used to fighting these undefeated fighters who strong, got power. They're going to take it to him. They got the confidence, and he just break them down. So I give Frank the better chance to beat Tank Davis because Keyshawn Davis, bro, he ain't fought nobody nearly on the level of a Tank Davis. The only southpaw Keyshawn Davis done fought is Anthony Yidget. Anthony Yidget. So that's, I don't know who Keyshawn, he can say whatever he want to say. Ain't nothing Keyshawn did. He can try, he can, I ain't gonna say that. But nah, I give Frank Martin a better chance. If my life was on the line, which fighter has a better chance to beat Tank? Life on the line, Frank Martin has a better chance for multiple reasons, because they're similar in style. They're similar in power. Frank has the edge in the corner. He'll make the adjustments. Tank Davis ain't used to fighting no black fighters. He ain't used to fight nobody with no movement, no athleticism, no raw talent. Somebody that's going to be there, going to look him dead in his eyes, somebody that ain't scared of him, somebody that ain't going to get rattled by the spotlight. He training next to Errol Spence. He training with Derrick James. He training with Jamel Charlo. So the lights ain't going to phase him. The big stage ain't going to phase him. He's used to that. He going to stay cool, calm, and collective as he always is. He going to be precise. He going to pick his shots. Whenever Tank make a mistake, he going to capitalize on it. And I think, honestly, Tank got to make a bigger adjustment to him than he got to make to Tank. So I give him a great chance of winning that fight, and he can go the whole 12-round time.
Already. All right, Jay, you got 5 minutes, man. Why does Keyshawn Davis have a better chance to beat Tank Davis than Frank Martin? You got 5 minutes. Timer starts when you start talking, bro.
I bet. Okay, so first point. Last time I checked, Keyshawn Davis was black too, so I guess that give him a good chance based off your own point, right? Okay, so Keyshawn Davis, right? So he's eight fights into his own pro career, but the man had a decorated amateur career. We talking about 90, according to BoxRec, 90 something amateur fights. Let's see, 93 to be exact. And the things when you watch. The things that Keyshawn does when you watch him will give Tank all kinds of problems. It's a lot of the reasons why people think either Devin or Shakur will beat Tank. You watch him, he's calm in the pocket, calm under pressure. This man has great distance control. Keyshawn Davis is a fighter that never fights at a distance that he does not want to fight at. When you watch him in his fighter stance, although the orthodox open stance, what does he do? When you watch his right hand never leaves his chin. His lead hand, when you fight in a southpaw fighter, as the orthodox fighter, if you do not have a disruptive lead hand, you can't win that fight, because generally the rule is your lead hand is generally neutralized when you fight a southpaw. But when you look at what Keyshawn Davis does with his lead hand, it's a hard, he has a hard jab that he can go to. He has a touching jab. He has a distance control jab. He has a blinding jab to be able to blind the shots that you don't see coming. Straight right hands to the body. He can set up his combination punching off of that. When he's standing inside the pocket, he angles to the left or to the right, depending on what kind of shot he wants to get off. Everything about what Keyshawn Davis does is positioning. It's putting you in the position to get off the shots that he wants, and it's putting himself in a position to not be in danger. So those shots that Tank Davis lands so easily on other fighters, he won't be able to land against Keyshawn Davis, because Keyshawn Davis, a lot like Shakur Stevenson, is a fighter that when you watch him, it's his eyes. It's his eyes is his greatest asset. His eyes are open and he sees everything that's getting ready to come at him. So that allows him to be multiple in his defense, whether it's taking that half a step back to get out of range but never leave punching range to where he can counter punch, whether that's stepping off to the left, to the right, whether that's using head movement, whether that's catching and shooting, which he's very, very good at, catching shots on the shoulder. When he turns, throws the right hand or throws the right uppercut. It just depends on what it is. Keyshawn Davis can do so many different things on both offense and defense to disrupt what Tank likes to do, right? So the walking down isn't much of a factor, because Keyshawn can transition from offense to defense smoothly, and from offense to defense, and from defense to offense very smoothly. He transitions in and out of each range very fluently. So from long range to short range to mid-range back to long range, without putting himself in major danger. The thing is, when you watch him in the eye test, the thing is, he doesn't really get hit with shots very clean because he sees a lot of things coming. So he's rolling with shots. He's rolling with shots. He can punch in between punches. Like, I mean, his combination punches when he chooses to punch in combinations, which isn't very often, which gets to my next point of shot selection, bro. It's shot selection and it's shot placement. You know what I'm saying? So you look at all these things that he can do from an athleticism standpoint, from a hand speed standpoint, from a foot speed standpoint, from an angling standpoint, and his head is never on the line. I saw Frank Martin a couple more than a couple times in the Jackson Marinez fight get popped with his head, get caught with his head on the line, exiting an exchange where he got popped with left hook after left hook, right hand after right hand on the exit of an exchange. So when you jump in there with Tank and you cannot get your head off the line and you get hit with one of them left hands on your way out the door, then you in trouble. You said, I'm gonna just go ahead and start rebuttaling. What time check? Time check. What's my time check?
30 seconds, bro. You got 30 seconds.
Ooh, you said, oh, he got a chin. Okay, cool. So that implies that you putting your life on the line for a guy, for his chin to stand up with a guy who's got the power of a Tank Davis. Okay, cool. Like, if you want to do that, cool. Like, I'm good with that. What else did you say, bro? What else did you say? Let's see. I already covered the black fighter point. He established distance and jab. We got educated feet. I mean, like, bro, like all these same things is the same thing that Keyshawn Davis brings, and there is
It's
nothing.
time, Jay. It's time, Jay. It's time, Jay. All right, we're going to Coach Chris. You got 2 minutes to offer up your rebuttal, bro. Timer starts when you start talking. You heard everything Jay said, man. What you got in response to that, bro?
All right. As far as amateur career, Andy Cruz. You said Keyshawn Davis throws a hard jab. I don't know if you're really a Keyshawn Davis fan or if you actually watch his fights, but he only throws his jab the first 3 rounds of the fight. Go back and watch his fights. Come tell me if I'm lying. After the 4th round, after the 3rd round, his jab is non-existent and he ain't throwing nothing but hard shots. And as far as that bullshit you mentioned about southpaws and this, that, and the third, in the Anthony Yidgett fight, I repeat and quote, he told Bomac in the corner, I can't throw combos. He's slippery. That's the only southpaw he don't fight. Somebody that had bare minimum footwork. And he caught him slippery and said he couldn't get his combos off. And you talk about his eyes being open. That's because that little motherfucker be tweaking. I don't know what he be on, but his eyes always open. Inside the ring, outside the ring. He fight too emotional. Tank gonna get in his head. Tank gonna break that boy. He gonna break that boy. Keyshawn way too emotional. If you see him, he interacting with the crowd. He doing unnecessary shit. You say he don't get hit. That's because he ain't fought nobody. He ain't fought nobody that's gonna punch him back. Talking about his shot selection, he only effective against stationary targets, bro. Everything you said was bullshit. That was all cap, bro. That was all cap. And you reaching for that shit. That's why you start trying to go to rebuttal with a minute or 30 seconds left. You reaching for shit, bro. Tank Davis will break that boy. Frank Martin got a legitimate chance, and I said he got a chin because his chin has been tested against punches. Time.
All right. We're going to you for your last rebuttal in the 2nd round. It's your last opportunity to fight back, Jay. What you got for your last 2 minutes? Timer starts when you start talking, bro.
All right, bet. So okay, so you brought up. Let's see. What else did you bring up? You brought up. I covered the Frank Martin got a chin thing. Like I said, if you putting your life on the line for someone to get hit and for Tank to test it, my question is, who the fuck has Frank fought? Who the fuck has Frank fought with the power of Tank for you to know he got a good enough chin to stand in there with Tank? That's a good question. You said what did you say? You said my guy hasn't fought anybody on the level of Tank, but Frank has fought who that's on the same level as Tank? I don't know. You tell me, because if you think Jackson Marinez or motherfucking Michelle Rivera is on the same level as Tank, you're smoking over there, brother. You said, oh, he trained with champions next to Jamel Charlo and Earl Spence Jr. Guess what, brother? Shakur Stevenson is somebody that Keyshawn Davis trains next to, and a lot of people think that Shakur will beat motherfucking Tank. And then you got Bud Crawford as well. So he got champions in his corner, just like Yo Guy got champions in his corner. So, I mean, all that shit that you brought up shit. You literally brought up all the points. Every one of these points that I wrote down, bro, you literally brought up, except for the 12-rounder shit. Everything else applies to Keyshawn Davis, bro. There is nothing on this list that I wrote down that does not apply to Keyshawn Davis. So if you did anything, you fucking proved why they both got a chance against Tank. That's my time, bro.
All right, let me go to the judges real quick before I do. Shout out Ali Point VTV with the $2 in super chat. Says Bill Smith ref is corrupt. Now Lawrence Sokola just got his ass whooped this weekend, bro. Keep it 100 with you. All right, let me go to the judges. I'm gonna go in reverse order this time. We're gonna go to BF first. BF, who you gave the round to this time, man, in this round, bro?
Man, this was a one of those good rounds where you looking at one side and the one side is punching away, I'm beating them in the head, and then the other side starts fighting back, and then it's like, man, now you right there in the middle trying to figure out who beat up who the most. I was with Jay 1,000, bro, and I don't agree with what he was saying, but it's their argument, you know what I'm saying? And he was killing Coach, and then Coach came back, bro, and I think the rebuttal is what got it, and only because Jay agreed with him when he said. And it was like the last couple of things he said, and he was like, "Oh well, now you just gave me reasons why they both beat." We're not talking about why they're both. We're supposed to be picking one, right? One, and I can't say this enough. Don't give your partner no pointers. Not your partner, but your don't give them nothing. Don't give them nothing. And for that reason, and it was such close. How it was just beating on each other's neck. It was just on each other. For that part right there, that you sort of gave something, I got to give that one to Coach.
All right, man, we're going to right side this time. No, it's G5. I'm sorry. G5, who you giving the round to, bro?
Man, I seen similar to what BF was going with it, man. It was like ebb and flow was going back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. At one point, I was like, "Oh, Coach Chris got him." Then I'm like, "Damn, oh shit, Jay got him." So when you supposed to, I'm with BF on this one. Like the point is to cement your argument for your counter for the fighter that you represent. You know what I'm saying? Like it kind of takes away from your cook. So with this one, I edge out Coach Chris on this one, man. That's all I got.
All right, right side, who you get around to, bro?
Yeah, I agree, man. I thought that both of them had a great opening round. I will say at first I was leaning more toward Jay. I thought he hammered home a bunch of great points early, but man, when he broke down that last point, I believe he said everything you said minus, and I literally wrote it down. Everything you said except for the 12 rounds can be applied to both. Well, that gives. By what you're saying, it gives Coach the victory in this situation, in my opinion. I thought it was a close round, but I gave it to Coach as well.
Yeah, I agree with everything that y'all said, man. And it's crazy how one statement can make you give the person all 8 points. When you say that he proved that both of them that they both got a chance to beat Tank, you basically conceded every point, everything that you tore down and you built and you tried to get it up until that point. You gave it all right back to him. So I don't see no problem with what the judges said. We got a close ass debate. It's 1-1 going into the final round. And this is what I want to know, man. I want y'all to put on your promoter hats, man. You know what I'm talking about? I need y'all to be promoters for me. You are the promoter. Who would you rather have in your stable? All right. Based off of everything that you know about these fighters, because y'all did your studying. Based off of everything that you know about them, I need to know who you would rather have in your stable. Jay Chestnut is going to tell us why he'd rather have Keyshawn. And then Coach Chris is going to tell us why the answer needs to be Frank Martin. And then obviously they're going to go at each other and tell each other why they wrong as shit. But that's our final round. So, Jay, it's on you this time. You got 5 minutes. Tell us why Keyshawn Davis is the better pick to have in your stable at this point right now as we stand. You got 5 minutes. Go ahead, bro.
All right, for me, it's Keyshawn. You got the you got the amateur background coming with him over into the pros, but not just that. Just as a fighter, for me, as a fighter, he is just to me the more complete fighter. Everything I named in the last round, all the things that he does in the ring, and he's actually shown the ability to be able to handle more faster, to be pushed a little bit faster. Like for me, when I look at how Top Rank has moved him and how he's performed in certain moments in his career, you know what I'm saying? Like I would rather have that guy. When I look at okay, cool. His first televised fight on ESPN on the ESPN main card was in his fifth fight. Let me see. He was a co-main in that fight. He handled that well. He performed well. The lights did not get to him. You know what I'm saying? He had another co-main event in his fucking, what is that, 8th fight? That was his last fight that he had. So he done had 8 professional fights. The man done showed that he can be thrusted into main cards and not lose anything. His performance doesn't waver. The lights don't get too big for him. And the man is talented, bro. You watch him and it just seems as if his style is progressing more and more each time you watch him. You see what I'm saying? Like at this point, he's already fought two world title challengers. At this point, we've seen him on some big cards. Let's see. He fought on the Shakur and Oscar card that averaged 1.1 million. He fought on the TO and Sandor Martin undercard that averaged about 961,000 viewers. Like he's shown that when the lights are on, bro, when you got these big audiences, when you put him on ESPN, when you put him in these positions to where this man has to show up and show out, he does exactly that, bro. And what was supposed to be his step-up fight against Juan Carlos Burgos, bro, he went the distance, bro. Let me see. Did y'all know that this man, in what was supposed to be his step-up fight, bro, this man outlanded this man 247-48. Keyshawn Davis landed more body shots in that fight than he gave up to Burgos at 48. So the man, just with every test that comes to the man, he's just passing with flying colors. And each time the stage gets bigger and bigger and bigger for a fighter that's only 8 fights into his career. So not only do I get the amateur pedigree, not only do I get the skill set of the complete fighter, I also get the guy that I know is going to perform with the lights when the lights is on and that they brightest, bro. And I'm taking that guy every single time. In his youth, he's only 24 years old, bro. So if you're telling me at 8 fights, he's already at 10 rounders, he's already co-main eventing big cards that's getting millions of eyes on him, and he don't shrink and his performances are getting better and better, then give me that guy all day and twice on Sunday time.
All right, man. That's Jay's round 3. I think Coach Chris might have had some technical difficulties. Let me check if he's asking for the link in the chat, but he should be back up any moment now to do his 3rd round. We'll give him a couple of minutes, and we'll continue the debate. But yeah, everybody smash the like button. If you want to donate to the channel, hit that super chat button or that Cash App if you're enjoying the content. There goes Coach Chris right there. All right, Coach Chris, it's on you, bro. Round 3. You were the promoter. Who would you rather have in your stable? Tell us why the answer needs to be Frank the Ghost Martin. You got 5 minutes. Timer starts when you start talking.
Can you hear me?
Yes, sir. We hear you loud and clear. You got it. It's on you.
All right. So as far as marketing and going back to the amateur pedigree, Frank Martin actually has a solid amateur pedigree as well, which he has actually won a gold medal in the 2016 Golden Gloves at 141 pounds, where he dropped and beat Virgil Ortiz Jr. That's something that you can market. Also, he was the first person to win the Golden Gloves in Indianapolis since 1984. So that's a good marketing tool. That's something that you can put out there and you can promote. Also, he's alongside, and you can market him with maybe top 2, top 3 of the biggest cash cows in the sport of boxing. He's in the same stable as Errol Spence, the biggest cash cow underneath Canelo, hands down. Also, he's in position to fight Tank Davis. who all three are on the same promotional company at PBC. That's the cash cow as well. You can put him up against him. You can market that fight. He don't put himself in position. You can do the Errol Spence versus Tank Davis. You can do this, that, and the third. That's a good marketing tool. Also, the PBC, they trust Frank Martin. The reason why I say that and that they trust Frank Martin is because they've already put him in position to where he has to prove himself. He's had to prove himself early. He had to fight Jerry Perez when Jerry Perez was 13-0 with 10 KOs. That wasn't no guaranteed victory. He had to go in there, he had to earn that shit. They put him in the ring with Jackson Marinez, 19-3, 7 KOs, who got robbed when he fought Rolly Romero. That was a tough fight. They put him in there with Michelle Rivera, 24-0. And that was pushing him heavy. So if they're going to put him in there with somebody that they was marketing as Little Ali, that's showing that they trust him. They believe in him. And also when he fought Michelle Rivera, he headlined his own card, which means they willing to put everything on the line and they willing to bet on him. So that's who I want on my team. I want a fighter who I can bet on. I can put my money on the line and he going to go out there and he going to deliver. Also, I can market him right next to the cash cow, Errol Spence Jr., who finna be in the biggest welterweight fight with, it ain't never been no undisputed for all 4 belts welterweight fight. I can put him on that undercard. All the spotlight is going to be on him. I can market that. I can promote that. That's who I want on my team. Somebody who's in position. Somebody who I can trust. Somebody who's going to come through. He's going to deliver. And also, he a great fighter. He a great fighter. I could put him in there with anybody at the upper echelon in the 135-pound division, and he has a solid chance of winning the fight. He got a solid chance of winning. That's who I want on my team. I don't want nobody on my team who gonna tell me that they not gonna fight somebody who's in their same weight class. I don't want that person on my stable. I don't want that person on my promotional company. Keyshawn saying he ain't gonna fight Shakur. He letting it be known, simple and plain. I don't want that on my promotional company. Also, Keyshawn don't even believe in himself. He gonna talk his shit. He gonna say, "Oh, but I'm only this, but I'm only that." He don't believe in himself. It don't matter if you only this and you only that. If they believe in you, they're gonna give you the opportunity and they're gonna give you the stage to showcase your talents, and you're gonna come through and you're gonna deliver. I get that in Frank Martin. Time.
You got 2 minutes, Jay. Offer up your rebuttal. You heard what Coach Chris had to say, man. Your 2 minutes start when you start talking, bro.
So cute. Okay, so my man said that going to the amateurs, he said actually Frank Martin won Golden Gloves in 2016. He said a gold medal in 2016. But guess what? Keyshawn Davis won it in 2017, my man. And with him winning that, if he was if he was the guy that you wanted on your squad, bro, why did he have to fight his first, what is this? 9 fights locally before he got televised. He didn't get televised until what was that? Until fight 14, bro. So you said he's linked to a guy in Errol Spence that you said is the cash cow under Canelo. I believe that is Tank Davis. So that was capped there. You said they trust Frank Martin, but it took them what, 13, 14 fights before they start putting him in there with real competition. So all that stuff that you said, bro, he further along in his career. So the way Top Rank is moving Keyshawn Davis, that's the guy that I want, because if what was your guy doing at Fight 5 when Keyshawn Davis was on the biggest sporting platform, boxing, on a main card on ESPN? What was your guy doing in Fight 5? I'll let you know. He was fighting in Indiana, wherever the fuck he was at, in Indiana, right? My guy done fought. What is this? 3? He done had 3 televised fights and 8 professional fights. Your guy just not getting put on in fights 7. You know what I'm saying? 14 through 17. So who do they really trust? Because chances are the guy that done got paid to be on a main card on the biggest sporting platform in the country in ESPN, I would think that they probably trust that guy a little bit more 8 fights in. You get what I'm saying? Let me see. Yeah, that's shit. I don't killed all your shit now. All right, time, bro. That's it.
All right, we got Coach Chris wrapping up the debate With his 2 minutes, you got 2 minutes, Coach Chris, to offer up your rebuttal. My next debaters, D Free and Get the Smoke. Y'all need to go ahead and come backstage so we can keep the show rolling. Coach Chris, you got 2 minutes, man. It's on you. Go ahead, bro.
All right. So yeah, you mentioned about when he started getting televised fights. He didn't get with Derrick James until his 12th fight. So once he got with Derrick James, they gave him the platform and he came through and he delivered. As I said, now you can't debate Errol Spence is top 3 cash cows in the sport of boxing. You can't disagree Tank Davis is not top 3 cash cows in the sport of boxing, that Tank Davis isn't arguably the face of boxing. After what he just pulled off with Ryan Garcia, Tank Davis is one of the hottest names in the sport of boxing. The 135-pound division is one of the hottest divisions in the sport of boxing. And guess what? Frank Martin is in position to fight Tank Davis. And guess what? Frank Martin is signed to Errol Spence's promotional company. That's who I want on my stable. And you talked about when Frank Martin started fighting competition. Keyshawn still ain't fought no competition. When is he going to fight competition? That's the question. I don't want nobody on my stable who ain't fought nobody and just talk. I want somebody on my stable who gonna let his hands do the talking. That's what Frank gonna do. He can find a mouthpiece. That's what Frank gonna do. He gonna get in there. He gonna fight. He gonna beat your ass just like he'll beat Keyshawn Davis' ass. And they believe in him. He done headlined his own card. He done fought the better competition. He's connected to the biggest cash cows in boxing. That's who I want on my stable. I can work with that. I can sell that. I can market that. I can win with that. And I can get in the green with that. That's a great product to sell. That's a great product to market. That's a great product that will deliver and give me my money back every time. That's must-see TV time.
That's time. That's time. Oh, you can't. You ended right on time, bro. All right, that's it for the debate. It's tied up 1-1. Let's see who's moving on to the quarterfinals to go against the winners of our next debate. We got D Free and Get the Smoke backstage right now. They ready to go. But first, we got to see which one of these brothers, Jay Chestnut or Coach Chris, is going to the next round. Let's go to right side first this time. Right side. Who you giving the round to, bro?
Man, that was it was a very close round. That was a great round. Jay came out, man. He spoke on the lights not being too big for Keyshawn. Spoke about him being on big cards already. How he showed up and showed out in a quote unquote step up fight, right? And how the brother's only 24 years old. Coach came back. He brought out Frank winning the Golden Glove. Excuse me. How he's marketable. How a fight with him and Tank can be made because they're on the same side of the street. How Keyshawn didn't believe in himself and how he didn't want anybody, which I thought the one of the biggest points he made was how he didn't want anybody in his stable who is saying that you're not going to fight somebody. Hearing how Keyshawn said him and Shakur will never fight each other. I thought that was a golden point. And so coming back in the rebuttal round, I thought Jay, he went off in the rebuttal round when he brought up Keyshawn winning the year after the Golden Gloves, the year after Frank Martin did. He brought up the first 9 fights for Frank were quote unquote local fights, and how Keyshawn had did more or at this point in his career compared to when Frank was at this point. And then Coach, he came back, he spoke on Frank Martin being in position, you know what I'm saying, to fight the champions over at 135 right now, how that division is hot. Overall, man, I thought it was a hella close round. I go back to the point where Coach said he didn't want anybody in his stable who didn't want to fight somebody, and said they weren't going to fight somebody that's also a top name fighter. And so I gave it around to Coach for that reason. Already.
We're going to G5. G5, who you giving around to, bro?
Okay, man. Shout out to both of these debaters, man. This was another fire round, man. Back and forth, man. I feel like that having Keyshawn, I'm with Dub on that, having a fighter that says that he's not gonna fight somebody that kind of turned me off. You know what I'm saying? Because like, what if you're not going? That means you don't want to fight the best then, no matter if you're a friend or not. Now with Keyshawn, Keyshawn did win it after he brought that point up that to rebuttal to Coach Chris, but at the same time, Keyshawn did beat and stop Virgil Ortiz, who's actually at 147 pounder. That point stuck out to me as well. If Keyshawn is the Olympic pedigree fighter, then shouldn't he be ahead and have more better competition than Frank Martin already? So I feel like Coach Chris argued that point pretty well, man. Again, it was a close round. It came down to the rebuttal round for myself and a few points that stuck out. Something that Coach Chris pointed out that Jay had said that was referring to Keyshawn. So I gave Coach Chris this round.
All right. Let me go to BF. BF, who you giving the round to, bro?
Listen, man, I heard what both the other judges said, but this is literally what I do. This is all I do is debate. And I felt like both of my brothers left so much out there that was, we're talking about promoting. Like this was to me, this was a clear layup round for Jay. Clear. This was a windmill slam dunk. Jay should have got this easy. I mean, Frank don't talk. Keyshawn does. We're talking about promoting. We should be talking about more what you're doing. He's older. It's young. I'm sitting here like I hear the stats, but we're not talking about. The question is promoting. And this was a clear layup round for Jay, but he didn't take it, bro. Like it was there for him, but he was so worried about stats and these certain type of things. But it was a great round if we were talking about something else. But as far as the promoting piece, I feel like I was wanting from both. But I'm gonna have to give this one to Coach because I think Coach gave me more what I was looking for as far as promoting. Great round, but I think we were off of the question on this one. So I got to go with Coach.
All right. Salute to both of y'all, man. Y'all did a phenomenal job. Let me go to Jay first, and then I'm gonna give Coach his instructions for the next round. Jay, give the people your last words, man. Let everybody know what you got going on, or if there's anything you want to say to the people, man. Now's the time.
Nah, man, shout out to the judges, man. Shout out to the panel, bro. Shout out to you for putting on this amazing tournament, bro. Hell of a battle, Coach Chris, bro. Like, hell of a battle, bro. We got to run that back at some point in the future, bro. Like, hell of a battle. But yeah, man, thank you for having me, bro, man. And shout out to y'all, bro. Keep doing it, bro. Good luck in your next battle, bro.
Already.
Great job, Jay. Great job.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Great job, bro. We'll see you next time. All right, Coach Chris, you're moving on to the quarterfinals. Your quarterfinal debate is this Thursday at 7:45 p.m. Central Time. You got Miguel Cotto versus Shane Mosley, and you'll be going up against the winner of this next debate that we're about to have, and you'll be riding for Shane Mosley. So good luck on Thursday, man. Is there anything you want to say to the people before we get to the next debate?
Yeah, man. Shout out to you for having this platform. This is great for the sport of boxing. Shout out to the judges. I appreciate y'all transparency and your honest feedback. Shout out to Jay. Hell of an opponent. I would definitely oblige if you want to run it back. We can come back to KO channel at some point in time. And I'm looking forward to the next round.
All right, man. We'll see you Thursday. I'll shoot you a reminder email like always, bro. But great job tonight, and I'll see you Thursday night, bro.
Peace.
Great job,
Peace
Coach.
Out. All right, man. Let me go to my brother Knockout Kings coming through heavy in the super chat. Says good shit with the $50. Much love, bro, and I appreciate you, Knockout Kings. And then shout out to my brother Skills from New Orleans with the mad emoji and the fist bump and all that shit with the $10 in super chat. Says salute at the highest level. Bunch of stars. Salute to you, bro, and I appreciate y'all always coming through and showing love. All right, last is the main event of the evening. We got Get the Smoke in the building. We got D-Free in the building. What's up with it, fellas? How y'all doing, man?
Man, what's good? What's good?
Yeah, so far, so good, man. Thanks a lot for asking. Hope everything's well with you guys.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Now, we got them coming up next. They got this debate: David Benavidez versus David Morrell. Smoke got Benavidez. D-Free got Morrell. We about to get it cracking. They going for the right to go against Coach Chris in the quarterfinals. That's what they are debating for right now. 5-minute rounds. with 2-minute rebuttals. Let me share my screen and go to the coin flip. And while I'm doing that, just a reminder, criteria. 3 criteria that we use to judge these debates here on Knockout Boxing 86 TV: facts, delivery, and rebuttals. Okay, facts above everything. Your delivery got to be top notch, and if you got a rebuttal that bring the whole person argument crumbling down, you for sure gonna get the round. And just in case y'all didn't hear, I'm gonna let the judges repeat to y'all since y'all is up here what they looking for, so you know how to get their vote. I'm gonna go to BFTB first. BF, let's smoke and D Free know how they can get your vote tonight, man.
For sure, man. Listen, bro, just answer the question, bro. Listen, man, I know we like the facts. We like those type. Answer the question, bro. That's all I'm saying. Answer the question. Stay on topic. Bro, if you're gonna lie to me, bro, lie to me all the way, bro. Don't pussy for the round, bro. for real, bro. Just because I know the truth. All right. So just if you're gonna rock, bro, just rock out, bro. For real. And keep it a buck with me, bro. I got you.
Already. Let's go to right side. Let them know again based on the criteria, man, how they get your vote, but we can get this thing started, bro.
Absolutely, man. Like my brother BF said, stay on topic. Listen, man, I can't say it enough. Do not give your opponent credit, bro. Do not give them credit. Take all the credit you can from them. Discredit these motherfuckers, man. It is what it is.
All right, G5, how they getting your vote, man?
Man, stay on topic. Answer the question. Throw a little nugget out here for y'all. If y'all forget what the question is, it's on the screen. You know. So yeah.
That's a fact. All right. And for me, man, as a moderator, y'all know, don't interrupt each other. I got the time. I'm keeping the time. You can get a time check at any time. All you gotta do is ask, and I'll always remind you when you got 1 minute left in the round. And as always in all the debates, I am a judge. Also, I do have the right to veto if I feel like the judges missed a round badly, but I haven't had to do that yet because we got the best judges on YouTube, man. So yeah, we good. We rocking. So one of y'all want to call in the air smoke, get the D Free. What y'all got? What we calling, man?
I got heads.
Go ahead.
Okay. You got heads. D Free got heads. Let me flip this joint. It landed on heads. D Free, who going first?
Smoke and go.
All right, bet. Here go the first question. I got these ready for y'all and on deck. All right, bet. So the first question is this right here. We're gonna title this question "Bigger Threat, Dimitri Bivol. Who has a better chance to beat him?" Smoke, tell us why it's David Benavidez, man. Why does David Benavidez have a better chance to beat Dimitri Bivol than David Morrell Jr.? You got 5 minutes. Timer starts when you start talking, bro.
All right, just give me 1 sec.
I'm gonna wait till you start talking, so take your time. The suspense is killing us all. Dun 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 dun. Meanwhile, y'all be sure to check out my content that I'm dropping to the channel today. It's gonna be fire. I explain to y'all the differences between Earl Spence fan base and Terrence Crawford fan base. It's gonna be a lot of people mad at that video. Be sure to check that shit out. I also talk about Devin Haney and Lomachenko today. We got a video dropping on that shit as well. Devin Haney and Lomachenko. Why do people want Loma to get a rematch? Why do people not want Loma to get a rematch? And what do I think? Find that shit out on the videos that we got dropping today.
All right.
All right,
Yeah.
go ahead. You got 5 minutes, man. It's your turn. Go ahead.
Yeah. The reason why I think David Benavidez has a better shot at beating Bivol than my boy David Morrell does is really just experience. And it just comes down to the fact that they're similar in size and all that stuff, but when it comes to David Benavidez, his opposition, he's been in there with guys, at 168 pounds at least, who have 10 title fights. He's been in there at 168 with another guy who had a couple title fights at lower weight class in 160, but with a total of 12 title fights with all of his ops, right? Meanwhile, David Morrell Jr.'s opposition has had 0 title fights. Not just the title shot experience, but the guys that he's been in there with, their title shot experience they're not slouches in there. Like he's the first guy to stop Anthony Durrell, right? He is right. He's been in there with Caleb Plant, a guy who's also been a former champion at 168 pounds. He's been in there with like big guys who can box, who are mobile on their feet, like Caleb Plant. Meanwhile, it's just with David Benavidez. The guy has just fought nobody that is of note that would give you the idea. Not only could they beat Bivol, they don't even give you the impression that they could beat anybody at 175 that the guys Bivol fought beat, right? Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what. Oh yeah, like you can Bivol's guy beat like Jesse Hart. Who the hell how does the hell would we know? Like he's literally fought people who have 34% or 31% knockout ratio, knocking out guys who with 23 knockouts, already been knocked out 23 times, and every one of their losses was by knockout. Like you know what I mean? Like that's the kind of competition we see from David Morrell Jr. Meanwhile, like I said, Benavidez is fighting champion after champion. Yeah, he's already a big guy that could fight at 175. My man was like 250 pounds as a 13 or 14-year-old kid. I think he could fill out the weight quite nice. He's a big frame. Yeah, there's just not like David Morrell is just so untested and unproven. There's no way that you would pick him to beat Bivol over David Benavidez at this point. Go ahead.
All right, that's the first round from Smoke. All right, D-Free, you got 5 minutes, man. Tell us why David Morrell Jr. has the better chance to beat Dimitri Bivol over David Morrell. You got 5 minutes. I mean, over David Benavidez. You got 5 minutes. Timer starts when you start talking, bro.
Well, David Morrell has a better chance of beating Bivol just because of his boxing ability. We know this man is on another level when it comes to his boxing ability. He's arguably the best fighter at 168. This man, he changes levels. He has dominant power. I mean, this man he's putting people in comas. He's sending people to the hospital. Where David Benavidez, this man comes straight forward. And we seen what David Bivol did, Dimitri Bivol did with somebody that comes straight forward. He beat the hell out of Canelo Alvarez. And that's the same type of fighter that David Benavidez is. He's a straightforward fighter. He throws a bunch of punches. But what good is a bunch of punches if that guy is not standing right there for you to hit him? So Bivol is a type that's going to move around, the same type of fighter that Morrell is. Morrell is going to move around and give him different angles. Not to mention that Morrell is also a southpaw, which is hard to beat a southpaw when you're an orthodox fighter because your lead hand is on the wrong side. So when Morrell is fighting Demetrius Bivol, he's giving him something different to look at. He has something else that he has to worry about. He never fought nobody like a David Morrell. Now we see the guys that he did fight. A lot of those guys were past their prime, and so David Morrell is a guy that's moving up. Yeah, he doesn't have a lot of fights, but this guy has a great amateur background. The man is coming out of Cuba, one of the best boxing camps in the world. This man has been a 2017 national champion. He was a 2016 gold medal in the youth world games. This man he's an experienced fighter. He doesn't have the pro fights because he just started boxing, but he won his title in his 5th fight. This man's been fighting 10-round fights since his 2nd fight. This man been fighting 10, 12 rounds since his 2nd fight. So yeah, David Benavidez, he got more experience because he started fighting longer. I mean, he started fighting earlier, but he's not beating David Morrell. A lot of people think that David Morrell is going to beat David Benavidez, and I'm one of those guys. And like I said, David Benavidez, he doesn't know how to fight boxers. And what Bivol is a boxer. What David Morrell is a boxer who has dominating power. And Morrell I believe Morrell, if he fight Demetrius Bivol, he will stop Demetrius Bivol because he has that dominating power. He can hit him, he can hurt him to the body, he can hurt him with the left hook, with the straight left, with the pull counter. This man has he has outstanding footwork. This man, David Morrell, is on another level when it comes to boxers at 168. He's on a whole nother level. And that's all I got right now.
All right. We're going back to Smoke. Smoke, you got your rebuttal round, 2 minutes. You heard what D3 had to say, man. What's your rebuttal today? You got 2 minutes. Go ahead and start. Timer starts when you start talking.
I mean, that was just, I mean, come on, guys. Just absurd. So you concede that, like I said, David Benavidez has the more experience. But you glossed over the part where I talked about the level of experience, right? The championship experience, not just more fights, not just longer in the game, but experience against much better quality opposition. The idea that you came on here with a straight face and suggested that because you like the way this dude looks in the ring, that some dude with like 9 fights as an amateur standout is about to beat Dimitri Bivol, you out your damn mind. First off, Dimitri Bivol is an amateur standout himself. But this is the pro game. These are not the amateurs, right? Like, man, get the hell out of here. You guys, like, listen, I like, there's all kinds of things that you can praise Dave Morrell about and all kinds of upside you can say that he has. But I remember like Amir Khan coming up and everybody was talking about the upside of Amir Khan until he ran into a guy, Brady Prescott, who also didn't do shit in the sport at that point and completely exposed this guy for what it is. We don't know what the hell David Morrell is, except for somebody that, you know, some people are projecting to be the next great thing at apparently beating guys who are the number 2 guys at light heavyweight with all kinds of scalps on their resume. This dude, because I guess you liked what he did in the amateurs and you feel like he's he's a good prospect. He's now going to beat Dimitri Bivol. Man, you guys got to stop with it. You got listen. I can appreciate the enthusiasm, but we got to be down to earth with this stuff. In boxing, it's about levels. This dude is like, maybe he is a real title challenger. We don't know. The dude has had 0 actual recognized championship fights. There's no way that you project him past all the champions in his own weight class and then project how he's going to knock out Dimitri Bivol in a whole nother weight class. Stop it.
That's time, Smoke. That's time. All right, D3, you heard what Smoke had to say. You got 2 minutes, man. Go ahead and offer up your rebuttal, bro.
Once again, like I said, yeah, the man got 9 fights, but they were saying the same thing about Demetrius Bivol not being able to beat Canelo Alvarez because of the amount of fights that he had. That's why Canelo Alvarez picked him, because he thought he was green, and he beat the hell out of Canelo Alvarez. So regardless of how many fights you got, if you're a good fighter, you're a good fighter. And like I said, I like how he glanced over the fact that Demetrius Bivol beat Canelo Alvarez, who's the same type of fighter as David Benavidez, a straightforward, come front forward fighter that don't have no footwork. His feet is stuck in cement. He has no footwork. All he do is throw a bunch of punches. But if you can't move, you can't get out of the way of punches. He uses his face as his defense. So he has no opportunity of beating Demetrius Bivol. He can't do nothing. All he can do is come forward and throw punches. But like I said, David Morrell, he's a boxer and a puncher. He has power to be able to stop Demetrius Bivol. He has a boxing ability to be able to box Demetrius Bivol. David Benavidez doesn't have that. He hits you with accumulation of power, accumulation of shots to stop you. He doesn't have the power that Morrell has. Morrell can hit you with one shot and cut it off at that point. So, like I said, Morrell is a better fighter to beating Demetrius Bivol than David Benavidez. That's my time.
All right, man. I like the first round. Y'all boy were cooking. Let's see what the judges think. Let me get the poll in the chat. I'm gonna go to right side first on this one. Right side, who you giving the first round to, man?
Well, excuse me. Damn. Smoke came out, man. I think Smoke, man, you pigeonhole yourself in your first statements, man. You said the only reason is just experience. I think you pigeonhole yourself there when you said it's just the experience, and then Smoke proceeded to break down the experience of why he thinks Benavidez has the better chance Damn, I got a timer on my ass. God.
No, go ahead.
And then he brought up the Caleb Plant fight. I thought, as far as speaking on experience and how Bivol is a great boxer like Caleb Plant, I thought that was a great point. D. Free came back. He spoke on boxing ability. He spoke on the power of Morrell. He spoke on how how Benavidez is very similar to Canelo Alvarez as far as being a come forward fighter. And then he kind of sort of tried to rebuttal the point that was as far as Smoke brought up the experience. He went to Morrell been fighting 10 to 12 rounds since his second fight, and how Benavidez struggles with boxers. Smoke went back to level of experience and how he said that D. Free didn't address that point. Although I did think D. Free addressed it to some degree. Overall, man, I gave it around to D. Free. I thought Smoke, when you started off, you kind of pigeonhole yourself. Speaking is strictly about experience, and then D. Free, he brought up different ways as to why he believed that Morrell would win the fight. I gave the first round to D. Free.
All right, we're gonna go to my brother G5. G5, who you giving the first round to?
Man, good first round. The question is, who has the better chance? So I'm looking for more of a breakdown of the person's style and telling me why they will beat Bivol. I feel like D Free gave me more meat on the bone to the question that was being asked. I feel like he told me that David Morrell is a boxer puncher. He been fighting 10 fights since his second fight. He is an extensive amateur world champion, world renowned. So is Bivol as well. But I feel like Smoke should have broke it down more on the style of Benavidez. Yeah, he's a come forward pressure fighter, but it was meat left on the ball on both parties. He should explain on why his style, come forward would be a problem for a person like a boxer because he's not Canelo. But I ASD free in this one.
All right, let me go to BFTB. BF, who you giving the round to, bro?
Yeah, man, I feel like this was something that where Smoke he was firing, both of them was firing, but I feel like Smoke should have I feel like he should have bodied them, to be honest, on this one, but he sort of like gave it to D Free. Same thing with 5 was talking about like how like that's what I was looking for. I was looking and I was waiting for the how, and I didn't get it. And I felt like the one point that I did get was the Canelo comparison. So with that, I got to give it to D Free for that one. But it was closer than what it should have been, because I felt like either way it should have been a slaughter. But for me, this is what I do. So for me, he should have murdered. He should have murdered D Free. He left a lot out there. But it is what it is. I got D Free on that.
All right. We on round 2 right now. We got D Free up 1-0, and now we going into round 2. And this is what I got on round 2, man. So y'all is broke ass Triller out this motherfucker. Okay, you a Marv Nation. Okay, you a BLK Prime. You broke as shit. You gotta drop him. You can only keep one fighter to try to save your company, try to save your promotional company. Between David Benavidez and David Morrell, which fighter would you keep and why? D Free is going first this round, right? Ain't D Free going first? Yeah, D Free going first this round. D Free, tell us why we should drop David Benavidez and keep Morrell. We broke as shit. We ain't got no money. We can only afford one fighter. Why should we keep David Morrell Jr. over David Benavidez? You got 5 minutes. Time starts when you start talking.
Well, you keep David Morrell because he's the younger fighter. He's coming up in the game, and this man is working. He came from Cuba. He had nothing, so this man is putting everything in the ring. He's giving whatever he has to give you to make your company grow. He's going to fight all of those guys. He's fighting anybody and everybody that he can get in the ring. This man is not putting up a fuss to fight this guy. He's not putting up a fuss to fight that guy. He's fighting whoever y'all put him in the ring with. He doesn't bicker. He doesn't go against whatever they say. He's going in there and he's fighting whoever he got to fight. Like I said, the man got a title fight in his 5th fight And this man has defended that title fight the last 3 fights. I mean, the last 4 fights. This man he's got dominating power. He's got candidates for knockout of the year. He's putting guys in comas. That's a selling point. You got the hardest hitting fighter at 168 in your stable, and he's on your promotional company, and he's putting people in comas. You can build this man up to be a mega star. He could be the next Mike Tyson, somebody that is scared to get in the ring with this man because he's putting people in comas. He's breaking up their faces. He's knocking people out in first rounds, and these guys have never been knocked out before. He's doing that to all of these guys. And like I said, this man, he's little to nothing to get him. This man is coming up in the game. He only got 9 fights. You ain't got to pay this man a lot of money to get him. When you got David Benavidez, he's established. He's asking for these big fights. He's asking for more money because he's this star that they build up to make this Mexican monster. They build him up to make him this star. So he's looking for these big fights. Morrell, he's still working his way up to these big fights. If he get him, he get him. But he ain't complaining about the fights that he's getting. He's taking whatever fights they have. So I would take the guy that's gonna cost me less money and build him up and make my company bigger than to take a guy that's going to cost me more money, and we don't know if we're going to get these big fights that he's been chasing for 5 years. He's been chasing these big fights. We don't know if we're going to get them, but he's still going to demand the money that he's supposed to get because he's a name in the industry. So I'm taking David Morrell over David Benavidez. That's my time.
All right, we're going to smoke. Why you dropping David Morrell ass and keeping David Benavidez? Why should we keep David Benavidez, man? Talk to me.
Yeah, you guys. Yeah. You have to drop David Morrell. I mean, yeah, it's simple. Like, who the hell is picking up Cubans to save their promotion? Like, who in the hell does that ever? Yeah. First off, David Morrell does not speak English. Right. The dude, you don't even know what you have with him. You hope you have something with him, but he hasn't even fought a guy that fought for a championship yet. He's a southpaw. Nobody wants to fight southpaws. Like you said, he's a problem. The dude can box. He can punch. Who's going to fight that guy? Who's going to step up to fight him? Yeah, so that's why you would drop him. That's some of the reasons why you would drop him. And I'll get more into the rebuttal because my man brought up some stuff. I'll leave that to later. But why you take David Benavidez is the guy he is also young and hungry, right? He's one of the youngest, hungriest guys, but he's also one of the more experienced guys, right? He's gone through adversity already, so he knows the drill. He's had some adversity in the ring, so he knows exactly how to move, and he had that early in his career, right? Like, he had stuff going on when he was even younger than David Morrell is right now. So that guy, even though he's young, so he has plenty more miles on him, he also has gone through stuff. So he has a good head on his shoulders. He knows how to navigate the professional ranks, whereas David Morrell is just like a young puppy out the amateurs. You got and really when it comes right down to it, that American fan base. He's got the Mexican American fan base here in America. You can keep building off of that. That's one of the most loyal and most lucrative fan bases in all of boxing. Where the Cubans, they put up a good fight. They make good opposition, but they don't really make for great. I guess they don't make for good the flagship talent for your organization. Now, they can't put your best foot forward. I can't think of a single organization who got their organization saved by a Cuban that is of note. BLK Prime digging themselves out of that hole with David Morrell. Yeah, good luck with that. Who the hell is going over to BLK Prime to fight David Morrell? Sam, whatever we're talking about, David Benavidez has way more upside, way more star potential than David Morrell in the current boxing market. And that's what promoters are interested in. They both are good-looking guys, although Morrell, like I said, he doesn't speak the language. Like, it is what it is. And one guy is a lot more familiar with the ins and outs of how to work the boxing public. We've seen David Benavidez already embroiled in some controversies that that led to him being on in the front of mind in all these boxing people's heads. Right? We've seen him headline. We've seen headline shows already. We've seen him go back and forth. We're anticipating huge fights for this guy in the future, and he's already been in huge fights already. If I'm a promoter, David Benavidez is really one of the biggest talents that I think I could get in the current market, as evidenced by he's already been sent an offer out to Canelo, right, as a possible opponent. Something that whatever they say about whatever, they both have the same promoter. Whichever they say about Morrell, one guy has sent out a offer to fight that Canelo guy you were talking about in the first round, but the other guy is just talking about how they're not really going to petition because Canelo is not going to take the fight anyway or whatever. We don't see offers coming from that same promotional company for those kind of big fights that are the bread and butter of any promotional company. Win, lose, or draw, you need those purses. That's my time.
All right. We got D-Free coming up for a second round rebuttal. I mean, 1 second. You got 2 minutes, man. Timer starts when you start talking, bro. Go ahead.
Man, he talking about this man don't speak the language. I didn't know not speaking the language keep you from signing with a promotional company. It's not going to keep you from signing with mine. But he said David Benavidez had some adversity early in his career. Yeah, he had adversity in his career. He was overweight, which lost him the belt, costing me money, costing the promotional company money because they had to throw that fight out. They couldn't make that fight. He lost his belt because he was snorting cocaine as well. So once again, costing me money. So I don't want somebody that's going to cost me money because I can't have the fight because you're not disciplined. You out there snorting and you out there overweight. You're not disciplined enough to give me the fight that I need you to be in. And then you said he got a good head on the show. That's not a man with a good head on the show. That's a man that's undisciplined. And like you said, he's a southpaw. I didn't know because you're a southpaw that stopped you from signing with a promotional company. I see a lot of people that southpaw that sign to promotional company. So I don't want somebody that's going to cost me the fight. I want somebody that's going to give me the fight. He said they're not sending the fight to Canelo Alvarez because he's not going to chase after Canelo Alvarez because we know Canelo Alvarez is not taking these guys, these type of fighters. But he's asking for you to fight. He's coming for you. He's looking for a contract from your company. From your man. So, yeah, he's not going after Canelo. He's going after you. So I'm going with this guy because he's not going to cost me. And he's young in the game, and he's coming up, and he's a star already coming up in the game. That's my time.
Already. All right, Smoke, you got 2 minutes. Timer starts when you start talking, bro. Go ahead.
Okay. What I don't want for my up-and-coming star with 9 fights is to be asking me for more money when he's done exactly fuck all in the sport. That's the first part. The second part of this is not about whether or not you get signed. The question is not whether or not you get signed to a promotional company, but if you only have the one spot between these two guys. That's really what we're talking about. So why you spend all of your time talking about, oh, yeah, like this southpaw signed to promotional companies, they're not the guys that are the first guys in the promotional company for the most part. And for a southpaw to be that way, like for you to get it like that, you need to have devastating knockout power that has been shown overall through multiple levels of your career. Like you just don't go like, hey, yeah, southpaw, 9 fights, wants more money, the Cuban guy. Let me use him for my fledgling company, which was part of the question, right? Where like if you had to drop somebody, like if you just need to have the one guy, who would it be? Would it be some guy that you're taking a chance on because they speak English or not? Like how many guys don't speak English that were like saving companies in America? Like I don't know. Maybe Canelo. We got Canelo, sure. That's not a Cuban dude. That's not really that's not a southpaw. And there's not very many of them. For me, snorting cocaine is definitely something that you want to get out of your system when you're a young champion. Like when you're 22 years old. Something that David Benavidez got out of his system. Then it's not some reoccurring issue. And when it came to missing weight, all of that was during COVID. everybody was missing weight because the gyms were closed, including David Morrell, also missed weight for his fight during that time. The only difference between those two dudes is because it had happened so often. It was late enough in the year that David Morrell's
This time, Smoke. This time. That's 2 minutes. All right, we're gonna go to the judges. I'm going to BFTV first this time. BF, who you giving round 2 to, man?
This was a better round in the first round, way better in the first round. But there's a couple of points. I think both of the guys, stayed on topic much better than they did the first time. So I'm grateful of that. So I was able to dive in a little bit more. The points at hand. D Free brought up the fact that Morrell's a young KO artist. He was talking about how the cocaine and and the fact that he's chasing you. He's not chasing, he's chasing you. That was a part that stuck with me heavy. And then here's rebuttal to Smoke when he was talking about, well, you're saying they don't sign, but there's plenty of Southpaw signed to include him. So it's like he sort of rebutted that. I like where Smoke was coming out and he was talking about the point that he talked about of how he don't speak English. I think D Free missed an opportunity there to capitalize on that. Because there's other fighters right now at the top of the game, to include Canelo, that barely speak English. I think he missed the point of that one, but I'm not debating. But I like where Smoke put that out there. So I like where he was talking about the American fan base. That was really good for me when it comes to Benavidez. And then I like where he talked about a Cuban saving a network, right? Especially if you're trying to drop one. D Free was swinging, he was windmilling his ass off. And it was really close, but I think those topics right there, I think this was open for the taking for anybody, but I think those two are what gave it to Smoke for me. So I got Smoke on that one.
Already. All right, we're going to G5 this time. G5, who you giving the round to and why, bro?
Okay, it was still some meat left on the bone. I do agree with Smoke about Benavidez appealing to the market as well. Same point BFTV made. Now, now D Free did mention him Benavidez losing his belts on the scale, him popping dirty. That can cost you money if you want to keep somebody. Have we seen Benavidez do it again? We don't know. We don't know if he still do it or not. So I'll leave it up in the air. It's a lot of fighters that have translators. The ones that can't speak English, anytime they are pulled up to anywhere, they have a translator. So that to say a fighter that doesn't speak English can't save your company is kind of redundant in a sense, because it's fighters that everywhere that we know, they either working on their English and they have a translator everywhere present, 95% of the time. I feel like overall was a good round. I'm gonna lean towards Smoke on this one.
All right, let's go to right side. Right side, who you giving the second round to, man?
Yeah, no, I agree with the judges. I agree that Smoke pulled this one out. I thought it was brilliant. The biggest part that stood out for me, the question was if we're trying to save a promotional company, you know what I'm saying? And to save it, man, I gotta have you doing interviews. I gotta have you out there. When Smoke brought up the Mexican American fan base being one of the strongest fan bases, I agree 100% with that in the sport of boxing. And I thought Smoke he did a hell of a job this round as far as why you should keep Benavidez over Morrell. So I gave Smoke as well.
All right, man. Great round. We on to round 3. And this is what I got, man. The name of this round is fucking Fight Now, bro. Who more serious about fighting right now? Because if you listen to reports, if you hear their teams talk, if you hear them go back and forth and one of them say this, then the next one say that, then one of them seem like he want all the smoke, then one of them get quiet. And bro, what's up, man? Like, who more serious about fighting right now? Who should we take more serious? Which one of these fighters really want the smoke with the other one that they claim they want? I need y'all to make sense of this shit for me, man. So we going to who going first this round?
I believe it's me, right?
Smoke is.
All right, Smoke. So we got Smoke. We got Smoke going first in this round. Smoke. Who more serious about fighting right now, man? Tell us why it's David Benavidez. You got 5 minutes. Let me find my goddamn phone. All right, yeah, there you go. All right, you got 5 minutes, man. Timer starts when you start talking, bro. Why is David Benavidez the one we should take more serious, man?
Yeah, because David Benavidez has never changed his story. His teams never changed his story. They've always talked about fighting David Morrell whenever the opportunity arises. David Benavidez has gone to David Morrell fights. So I said he's a good guy. I've been waiting to fight this guy. I'm looking for any kind of opponents, and he's one of the best ones. Let me get at him. Meanwhile, you got Ronnie Shields saying the guy's not young. He's not ready. We got to move him on. He's got the kind of heart for it that wants to fight anybody. All the stuff that we've seen out of Dave Morrell, but his trainer felt like they needed to pump the brakes on a David Benavidez fight and move him strategically. There's no move him strategically around Dave Morrell thing. Jose Benavidez Sr. is not out here talking about we need to move around David Benavidez. He's too young. We need to make sure that we're building this guy up correctly, developing him correctly, right? That's not what's happening. That's not the kind of language you hear coming out of the Benavidez camp. So yeah, for me, if you were going to talk about why you would say that Benavidez is more serious than the Morrell camp, is because their energy just never changed. Right now, you hear a little bit of like rumblings coming out of the promoter, but the promoter promotes both guys. All he's doing is making sure his pockets get filled by saying, yeah, Benavidez wants to fight, but by saying Morrell wants to fight Benavidez. When it comes to like what's going on with that Ronnie Shields, though, they tell you about, yeah, they want to fight anybody, but meanwhile, they're putting guys in there who are like 35 years old. The best thing they did was in the amateurs 11 years ago, getting bronze. So while their tune has changed slightly, the way that they're moving is still the same. They don't seem to be positioning themselves for a David Benavidez fight, but they do seem to be at least giving more lip service to getting the David Benavidez fight. Meanwhile, David Benavidez camp has stayed exactly the same. He's the one showing up to fights, to David Morrell fights, talking about he wants that work. That's my time.
All right, D-Free, it's on you. Give me 1 second. All right, bro, you got 5 minutes. Timer starts when you start talking. It's on you, bro.
Man, I don't know what he's talking about, because after the Falco fight, all we've been hearing is David Morrell saying, I want David Benavidez next. He ain't been talking about nobody else. He's been talking about David Benavidez since that fight ended up until now. He's been talking about, I want David Benavidez. I want David Benavidez. He's been calling out David Benavidez. You not no Mexican monster. You ain't nothing. I'm a beat your ass. And we ain't hear shit from David Benavidez. Till this day, we still haven't heard nothing from David Benavidez. Matter of fact, I take that back. We did hear something. He said, yeah, I might fight David Morrell if I can't get this Canelo fight. I'm still trying to get this Canelo fight. He's not trying to fight David Morrell now. He's still trying to fight Canelo. So I don't know what you're talking about that David Benavidez is trying to fight this man. David Benavidez is trying to fight Canelo because they were supposed to have sent a contract to David Morrell, and David Morrell said, yeah, I signed it. I'm waiting on David Benavidez. David Benavidez sent another contract to Canelo. He's trying to fight Canelo still. He's not trying to fight David Morrell right now. He might be trying to fight him in the future. He's not trying to fight him right now. Morrell wants that fight right now. He's been calling for that fight even before the Falco. He said, after I beat Falco, I'm going for David Benavidez, and we should get that fight in September. And I don't know what you're talking about when you said Ronnie Shields say we need to move him strategically, because I was at that interview that OGKQ said. I had him on, Ronnie Shields, on the panel. And Ronnie Shields said David Morrell wants that fight next. We want that fight next. So I don't know what you was talking about with Ronnie Shields, because the last interview that I seen with Ronnie Shields, which was more recent, was, I believe it was a couple of weeks ago, he said Morrell is ready now. They want that fight in September. So I'm a hold on the rest of my round.
Okay, they getting down to business, bro. All right, Smoke, 2 minutes. 2 minutes. Offer up your rebuttal, man. Well, you heard what D-Free had to say. Go ahead and offer your rebuttal, man. Time is on you. You on mute, Smoke.
I'm sorry.
You good? Go ahead.
Here I go. All right. So, directly after the Falco fight, you can get a Fight Hype interview a month ago where David Benavidez is in the audience saying, "I have been trying to fight David Morrell. Yes, I will fight him next." If you go to a article, I mean, it's all over really. There's one Boxing Scene from June 7th, 2022. Ronnie Shields' manager says, okay, let me get the exact quote out here, since apparently it's time to educate my fellow interlocutor here. He says, and I quote, I don't know to tell you the truth. She was told Boxing Scene followed Morrell's impressive victory. As a trainer, it's my job to assess everything I see he does, and he didn't do so well. And then I'll put that up about what I think Benavidez is. If I like it, I'll say, okay, I'm good with it. If I don't, then I'll say, let's hold off and wait. So let's say, what else? What else did he say about? Let's see. Right now, I think we got to be real picky on who we fight and let this kid continue to grow. Shields said he's only 24 years old. He's a baby. I think we have to let him grow. And once he's finished growing, I'm willing to bet he'll be at light heavyweight soon. So when you ask, like, hey, where do you get that from? I get it from his team. One of the people, like we said, the fighters, yeah, they can bump their gums all they want. But you know what's different about these guys? First off, Jose Benavidez is going to the fights, sitting there chirping with him right there, face to face in the fights. You can see him on camera doing it. I guess it slipped by your radar. You're too busy versus the altar of Morrell. But like Benavidez, Morrell's own team, they're the one talking about he has to grow. They're the one talking about we need to pick and choose. They're the one talking about, when it comes to Benavidez, we need to make sure we move him correctly. For me, the Falco after the fact or calling out before the fact
Smoke this time, bro. This time. All right, D-Free, you got 2 minutes. Offer up your rebuttal. Close out the debate. Your last 2 minutes. What you got, man? You heard what Smoke had to say. It's on you.
You got the man, set that soft ass shit up, man. You ain't with him. Man, this man said in 2022, I just told you Ronnie Shields did an interview recently this year, and he said Morrell wants David Benavidez next. We want that fight in September. Not last year. We talking about this year. He said he want him next in September. And like I said, you haven't rebut what I said. David Benavidez is still looking to fight Canelo next. He's not looking to fight David Morrell next. Morrell wants him next. He's been saying it all this year since he fought Falco. And David Benavidez has not said anything. When he had that interview, that energy towards Charlo, he was out here talking about, I'll fuck Charlo up, I'll break Charlo now, we can make this fight now. When he had that energy towards Caleb Plant, he was like, man, I want Caleb Plant. I don't want nobody else. I want Caleb Plant. He don't have that energy for Morrell. Morrell has that energy for David Benavidez. That's my time, man.
All right, that's it. That is the round and the debate. Let's find out who's moving on to the quarterfinals to face Coach Chris in a Shane Mosley and Miguel Cotto debate. We are going to go to right side first this time. Right side, who are you giving the debate to, basically, because it's tied 1-1. So who you giving the round to, man?
Bro, this was a fire debate, man. Shout out to both my brothers, man. I got much love for y'all. Oh, man, it's hard. Smoke started off. He said that Benavidez, man, they got their team. Benavidez and team, right, has a ever-changing story. He brought up how Ronnie Shields, which he is correct, Ronnie Shields did say from the beginning that he didn't think that Morrell was ready and that they needed to move him a certain way. So I do agree with that point. D-Free rebutted it and said, hell, Ronnie, and he shout out to the OGKQKC because I believe Ronnie was on his channel both times I saw these interviews. He brought out how Ronnie did say they are ready for the fight now, you know what I'm saying, currently, although he said something different previously to that interview. And then he brought out the point that Benavidez was trying to fight Canelo. Originally, if I gave the round to D-Free, if Smoke, I wanted to hear you bring up the point that that David Benavidez's father came out and said that he don't believe Canelo's going to fight him, and so we want to fight Morrell if that's a possibility. You didn't bring that out to rebuttal what D Free said. You know what I'm saying, as far as Benavidez trying to fight Canelo, and so I had to give the round to D Free, man. I had to.
All right, let me go to BFTB. BF, who you giving a round to, and why? You on mute, bro.
You on mute. You on mute, BF.
You on mute,
A lot better than what I. Thank you. This was a lot better than this last round was really good. This is one I wanted. So I was looking for, and I'm gonna say this. D3.
Game. Blouses.
I got D3.
G5, who you giving a round to, man?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you, bro. Go ahead.
All right, my headset had died. I get this round to D Free. I was looking for Smoke to rebut the whole Canelo fact, and he didn't come back with that, and he brought up something from up from some years back when Running Sheep did say they got to move strategically. That was like, well, Maria like 9 fights in now. That was like in the first like 3 to 5 when he mentioned that. But on 2 separate interviews, he did say that they want their fighting. Morrell is ready for everybody, you know. So in this one, I gotta go with D Free on this one, man.
All right, man. Shout out to everybody that participated today. Let me go to Smoke. Smoke, give your last words. Let us know when you're gonna be live, when you're dropping content, man, and just what you got going on over on your channel, man. I appreciate you coming up and putting on a great debate, man. What you got for the people, bro?
Yeah, you know, we do our thing every Friday. Our marathon streams start in the morning. We go until it's done. And sometimes 12, sometimes 18. We chop up, you know, the old school stuff, you know, boxing history, traditions. We do the new school stuff, you know, fights we want to see happen, fights that are about to happen, fights we already have happened. You know, we make sure every boxing junkie gets his fix on Fridays, right? So come check us out and get this smoke. Shout out to the judges. Shout out to D Free and the chat. Thanks for lending an ear. And till next time, people.
Yes, sir. I'll see you
Great
next
job,
time,
Smoke.
Smoke. Appreciate you, bro. Take it easy, man. Might have to have Smoke do some of these historical topics as we get deeper into the goddamn debates. D Free. So you got Coach Chris Thursday night, 7:45 p.m. Shane Mosley versus Miguel Cotto. He's arguing for Mosley. And D Free got Cotto. That's gonna be a fun one to listen to. I can't wait to hear that one. All right, man. Go ahead and give your last words. Let everybody know what's going on, man. And you know, you moved on to the quarterfinals. So far, you said you're coming to see me. So far, you're on the right track, man. What you got for the people?
Man, I appreciate you having me up, man. Shout out to the judges. Shout out to you, man. Shout out to Get the Smoke. He really made me had to dig down deep for this one. But y'all can catch me Mondays and Thursdays after this debate series is over. Boxing matchups with D Free. I'm still doing my live content, so I'll be doing that once this debate series is over. And I appreciate y'all having me up and watch me smoke his ass.
Already. Peace out, man. God damn, D Free said, I'm taking over. Taking this shit over. All right, man. Real quick schedule. Wednesday night, we wrap up round 2. And then we get ready for the quarterfinals on Thursday night. And then next week is the money round. So this Wednesday night at 7 o'clock, Money Brown versus Sean T. 7:45, Steph versus Terrence Best Videos. 8:30, Boxiana versus Ricky Williams. And then 9:15, we got Jay Norrie versus Tony Reviews. That is the schedule for Wednesday. And then all the quarterfinals will be on Thursday. We got our first 2 quarterfinals set. We got KingG, the Boxologist versus 817 Boxing. And we got Coach Chris versus D Free. And we'll find out our next 2 quarterfinals on Wednesday. And they'll be back on Thursday. Let me go to G5. G5, give your last words, man. Let everybody know what you got going on and where to find you at, man.
Man, shout out to everybody, man. First off, shout out to you, my brother, man. Another dope topic, another dope just sitting that you provide people to come here and really, you know what I'm saying, prove what they know about this sport of boxing, man. You know what I'm saying? It's all off the top of the dome and questions, or you know what I'm saying, gonna make people dig deep and have to pull out a victory out their ass, man. So shout out to you for that as always, my brother. Shout out to the judges. Shout out to myself as well, man. I feel like we do a great job breaking down, assessing, trying to get people, you know what I'm saying? They just do it. And the people that in the chat that don't understand, hey, we here to help, you know what I'm saying, bring some clarity for y'all, man. Shout out to my brother Doug Brightside, shout out to my brother BFTB, shout out to my bro D Free, shout out to Smoke too, all the debaters, man. Shout out to the chat though. Y'all the real MVPs, man. Appreciate y'all rocking and helping this be another bang out event in this joint. But man, y'all know where to find me at, man. I'm just trying to work out this work schedule right now, and I'm participating in this. So you know, it's a commitment I'm gonna do, and I'm gonna stand on that. And I feel like we're doing a great job. But G5_Gabe hashtag TWT. That's where to find me at. I'm working out this schedule, y'all. I got you know upgraded jobs and shit like this, man. It's taking a lot of my time up, but you know what I'm saying. We'll be back. We'll be back. I'm just trying to get a little acclimated because I got a lot of shit I got to do. But shout out to everybody, man. That's all I got, brother.
Already, bro.
Much love,
Appreciate you.
Five.
Hey, real quick, Todd. The press conference is not this Wednesday. It's next Wednesday, bro. Found that out from my brother L Dub. You know, L Dub is my source.
Facts. So
the press conference is not this Wednesday and Thursday. It's next Wednesday and Thursday. They're doing LA and New York, just like Tank and Ryan did, bro. Just for everybody to know. IBF, man, give your last words, bro. Let everybody know what's up, man.
Yeah, man. Good shit for D Free, man. Good shit for Smoke. You know, you already know what it is with me and you. Salute to my nigga Dub and the rest of y'all, man. The chat was fire. You know, I would ask y'all in the chat, bro, like, don't give them talking points. Like I would.
Yeah, I keep telling y'all that, bro.
Yeah, I know they leave a lot of meat on the bone, bro. They leave a lot, bro. This is the reason why me and KO debates be so close, bro, because we be stripping down to the marrow, bro. They leave a lot on there, bro. So I understand, bro, but don't help out, bro. There's bread on the line, and they look at the comments for that. You know what I'm saying? And I know some of y'all be wanting to, why I ain't saying this, why I ain't saying that, but we can only judge on what they give us, right? We can only judge on it. So I would ask that, but y'all know where I be at, man. And I'll be back. I apologize to my brother, bro. I gotta make sure I keep saying it, dog.
You gonna have to, for your show on Wednesday, when you go live at 5:15, 5:30 or whatever, you just need to drop the link immediately.
Yeah, dog.
You need to drop the link and just get to it, bro.
Yeah.
If you drop the link at 6 o'clock or 6:15, I'll catch your ass at 8:45, bro.
Yeah, I'm gonna drop the link immediately, dog. I'm gonna drop it immediately. I ain't gonna miss it. I'm gonna drop it immediately because Wednesday I'm talking about EJ and Book.
Yeah,
Wednesday.
I was gonna say, yeah.
So I'm gonna drop the link immediately.
Oh yeah, you gotta tell because that shit you gonna be like, KO, I got one. Hey, I got one. Matter of fact, I got two. I got you know what it is. I'm over the motherfucker trying to keep my word and shit. Did you know how bad I wanted to do a live stream and just say, bring y'all ass on? I got so much to say. Hey, I'm dropping videos left and right, just talking shit. Waiting on the motherfucking live stream. I'm like, I got this goddamn. Cause I didn't expect the shit to get announced. As soon as I do the damn tournament, these niggas announced. Now I'm running around this bitch 3 weeks straight. I got debate, but it's all fire, it's all fun. Y'all just wait. When this shit over, when is the last? I'm looking at this shit right now. The last debate is June 8th. After June 8th, I'm going at all you motherfuckers. Y'all got me fucked up. Y'all got this week and next week to breathe. Y'all got this week and next week to breathe. And I'm on niggas' helmet, bro. I can't, because niggas is being mad disrespectful towards Earl, bro. Like, he ain't the reason that they getting what they want, dog.
I know I'm going in on Wednesday. Yeah, I know that.
I'm gonna be there, bro. But I appreciate you as always, dog. But I'm gonna be there.
And reverse, man. And reverse. I appreciate my brother KO, bro. It's much love and respect between he and I. Always will be. You know what I'm saying? I respect everything you do and support everything you do. I'm here for it. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is, man. Let me get up out of here, man. Peace and blessings to you and the queen and everybody, man. I'm out.
All right, right side. Let me get it straight, man. G Fowler, G5, what's up, man? I should have left you up. What you got, man?
Man, y'all still over here
Come on,
talking. I
man.
said, "Ooh, no, they ain't finna just go ahead and start talking on some other shit and don't let me get in this motherfucker, man.
No,
Hell
man, we
no,
been in the
nigga.
no, man.
Man. I'm telling y'all, as soon as I go live, man, look, bro, I'm going airmail on these motherfuckers, bro. I'm glad I have had time the last 2 weeks not to go live because I done sat back and downloaded like they say Bud be doing. I done
Download
downloaded
information.
so
You
much
download
of
information.
y'all bullshit. Oh my god, this shit, man, say, man, I'm about to kill y'all, bro. Shout
You
out to my
drop the
brother
video,
BFTV, man.
G5, and I just see the comments, and I just want to do a
What?
whole live on the comments and
What?
shit.
I did a live when I last week when I finally did get a chance to go live. I had people coming about the shit. I'm like, oh yeah, don't wait, don't even worry about it. I'm gonna kill y'all as soon as I go back live. So you know what I'm saying? If y'all don't know, y'all go ahead and tap in and plug in because when we go in, man, we about to cook, man. And I'm always gonna drop some shit that people ain't talking about. So man, I'm gone, man, because shit, nigga, that clock ticking, man. It's about to be 10:30, bro. I gotta get up at 4:30. So
Peace out,
man,
man.
y'all
Have
be
a
safe.
good
I'm
day at
out,
work
bro.
tomorrow, man. Get you some rest,
Hey,
bro.
man, y'all too, man. Y'all be safe. All love, man.
All right, bro.
Much
Peace
love,
out.
Five.
All right, right side. Talk to her, man. Let her know what's up, man.
Man, first things first, as always, hell of a debate or hell of a show tonight, man. We had some great debates. You know what I'm saying? I'm mad now. I'm mad. KO, I need some I need you to help me out with this one. My brother True Speaks got a W, a victory against me, and then didn't fucking show up, bruh. And didn't show up, bruh. Man, this shit. All right, it is what it is, though. It is what it is.
Hey, what you saying, man? I would have showed up.
At least show up, nigga. Like,
I'd have showed up. I'd have been ready. Man, real talk. I hope he okay. That ain't
I
like
hope
him.
he is okay.
You know what I'm saying? That ain't like him at all. But yeah, bro. That shit.
Man, damn, man. Damn it,
Hey,
man.
when you see, is that or when you see one where you like, man, I'd have beat the shit out of that person.
Man, hey, I still have my petition in.
It's been denied already. You like the motherfucker. You
no,
like the
I,
motherfucking death row inmate. You done tried to run your shit all the way up to the Supreme Court. We denied.
No. We gonna take it to the Supreme Court next. Oh, I gotta get past the what we at? I don't know yet right now, but we at the district level, I believe. But we're gonna get there. We're gonna get there. Man, shout out to you, bro, for doing a hell of a job, man. Shout out to Miss KO for allowing us to have your time. I'm about to go live. We will be recapping the debates. Man, we're gonna cook on Bud EJ as always, man. We will be cooking on Devin. I see my brother KO. I see his videos, you know what I'm saying? So it is what it is. We will be addressing
I ain't saying nothing, bro. I ain't saying
we
nothing.
will be addressing some of them videos. And
why you gotta address the video? Why you can't? You know what I'm saying? Why y'all always gotta address? Wait till I go live, man.
I can't do it. I mean, if you want to do it now, we can. But I know you got other stuff.
It's all good, bro. You
so,
go ahead, have your fun, talk your shit, put everything on Tang. Let me tell y'all what Right Side Live gonna be about. His live gonna be about Tank need to send the contract.
No,
y'all gonna
bro,
hear him say that shit 100 times. Okay, that's what y'all gonna hear. Y'all ain't gonna hear nothing about what Devin Haney's responsibilities are. Y'all ain't gonna hear nothing about that.
His responsibility is to sign the contract.
All right, bro. I got you.
Am I lying? Am I wrong about that?
Nah, I just wish that he
Am I lying?
No, he got a responsibility to act like he still want to fight and not be quoting that tweet Regis Procre and shit, man. And calling Eddie Hearn. Eddie Hearn ain't got no Tank Davis. Why is he calling Eddie, bro? Why ain't he calling Steven? He got Steven number. He got Floyd number. He got Al number. Al is the one that told him to go to Zone in the first place. He said, "Hey man, we can't offer you the money that the Zone is offering you. So shit, go over there and get your bag, young man." He advised him to go over. So I know he got Al number. Why is he calling everybody that Tank Davis ain't there? He ain't over there.
We're gonna address that fact tonight. We're gonna address that.
That is a fact. That ain't me making shit up. Tell him to
call
over there.
We are going to address it. We will address that tonight.
Right, man. But look, have a great show. Y'all go check out my brother Right Side. He gonna be over there working, man. I appreciate you, dog. Take it easy, man. We'll see you Wednesday, dog.
Yes, sir.
All right, man. Salute to everybody in the chat. Miss KO, A17, Skills from New Orleans, Warriors Boxing, Quee, G5 Gay, Dominic Omega Red, Zoom verse in this big, Cassandra, Bonton South D-Town, Eyes Boxing 22, Jerome King, BFTB, Sean T got his debate coming up on Wednesday. He say he ready to kill something. You know what I'm saying? Skill from New Orleans, Money Brown TV, Spit Boxing TV, Teach, Crush the Legend, Rozilla Jones. You know what I'm talking about? Who else we had up here? We had my brother Right Side up here. Shout out to him. You know, all the debaters that came through, KingG, D Free, Get the Smoke, Jay Chestnut, Coach Chris, 817, Kwame from Loyal to the Game, Knockout Kings, L Dub Boxing. You know what I mean? Everybody, bro. Appreciate y'all. Make sure you smash the like button on your way out. And everybody, man, if you don't do nothing else this weekend, be sure to watch boxing. We'll catch y'all Wednesday night as we wrap up round 2. And then Thursday night, we got the quarterfinals. Omega Red said Money be the best out of all y'all. He letting y'all know who he got winning this motherfucker. You know what I mean? He letting y'all know who he got winning this motherfucker. He got Money Brown TV. You know what I mean? And I ain't mad at that. That's a good horse to bet on. That's a damn good horse to bet on. Shout out Marquis too, man. Y'all boy be easy, man. I appreciate y'all and the ladies be easy too. And shout out again to my wife, Miss KO, man. I see y'all soon, bro. Peace out.